I listened to last week, dude.
Did you hear when I spilled the coffee?
Oh, I heard.
Oh, it pissed me off.
I knew it pissed you off. That's why I was like, I need to get it up now.
He was so antsy with the donuts.
Yep.
He couldn't fucking let it go.
Yep.
I told him, wait till we're done with the episode. I start talking, and I knew, because I was going to be talking for a little longer, he was going to reach it. And I did not want him chewing into the mic.
You set him up.
So he started leaning forward, and I was like, no. And then he whipped back. I was like, why are your arms flailing? Just sent his coffee mug. He goes, good thing it's empty. Coffee everywhere.
It wasn't full.
Bro, it's so much funnier in person than watching it on camera.
If you were sitting there, you might have been fucked.
Yeah, you would have been
taken a
hilarious.
splash.
He would have been like, good thing it was empty. He would have been so
Yeah. I would never, I don't care how cool the hat would look, I would never buy a 49ers hat.
Hell no.
No. I can do baseball stuff because
no.
I'm not invested in the Brewers, you know? Like, if they make the playoffs, I'll watch it, but I'm not really going to watch it otherwise.
Has anybody seen your hat and commented something about baseball and thought you were a fan?
It's rare.
Yeah.
Usually if they're actually a fan of the team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why that's a guy thing, but even if I see a guy, like, in a certain, like if I see a dude in a Packer hat, I'm always just like, nice hat.
Yeah.
Dude, like a Broncos hat.
A Broncos hat?
Yeah.
Why do you like a Broncos hat?
Or just like random teams. Because I'll just see a person wearing like a Patriots hat. I'm like, why are you wearing the Patriots, huh? You're in Green Bay.
Well, there's other fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people move.
Yeah. But
No,
there's
fuck
certain
that.
ones I just
They're
couldn't.
not all bandwagon fans like you.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
true. Yeah.
Since I've known you, you've
Yeah,
gone
dude.
Yeah, so hold
5
on
different
now.
NFL teams.
Every year.
If I
It's
moved,
so funny.
If I moved somewhere, I would be walking around in a Packer
Packers
jersey,
jersey
and some
everywhere.
guy
Fuck
in his
yeah.
podcast is going to be in the basement going, why is that motherfucker wearing a Packer jersey?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, to be honest, it feels almost like fucking cheating if I would wear it. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
like
never wear another
Like a
jersey.
baseball hat's a baseball hat, but when it comes to football, dude, I
You're
just
just
I don't know what it
dazzled.
was, but if somebody handed me, I know this probably sounds nuts, but if someone handed me just a random hat if I needed one and it was any other NFL team, I'd be like,
No,
I don't
good.
need the hat.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
I'd
just
let my
throw it
hair
away.
look like shit. I'd be like, I'm sorry, it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
There's something about it where I'd
dirty.
I'd
Even
sit
if
there,
you're not, like if you're just out in general.
if I had it on just anywhere, I think I'd actually like internally start spazzing out.
That's hilarious.
I know that
dude.
sounds psychotic, but I'd be like, "This is wrong."
That's wrong.
Like,
That's kind of
my
funny.
brain would.
I'm the same way. Basketball
Yeah.
jerseys, I've worn other ones. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
absolutely.
a
Those look
Damian
cool.
Lillard's
Yeah.
Rip City jersey I used to wear.
I
in
had a
college all the
KD
time, but-
OKC one, and
Yeah.
oh my god, when I heard the news that he moved to Golden State, I was like, trash can.
Were you pissed?
Yeah,
Sets
I
it
was
on fire on his
heated, bro.
YouTube
I was like,
channel.
what the fuck is this? They were-
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Was
funny.
that one of
was-
the first teams you liked in
when I saw
basketball?
I loved KD at
You
the
just
time.
liked him.
Like,
KD
that was
always-
probably my favorite, like second favorite player. Fuck. Player next to LeBron, because dude, he was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like all of his shoes. I had the peanut butter and
Dude,
jelly
I-
shoes.
I
you,
totally get it. I was huge KD
Oh
fan.
my
back
God.
then.
Was it that 2012 era? Is that when you were kind of
I
thinking
think that was
Is that
his
when it was or
2012.
2015?
Yeah.
We're thinking?
I think he made the trade in like 2015.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But they were ballers all the way through.
Yeah.
Well,
Him,
dude, that's what I'm saying. They
James
blew the
Harden.
3-1 lead
Russell,
against the
Russ.
Warriors. I'm just like, dude, why do you have to literally go there? Like,
Damn.
it's not like,
I mean,
you
it
know
worked.
what I mean? Like,
I mean, it worked.
obviously it worked. They had a
Worked.
fucking like starting five of 5 All-Stars.
I mean,
I can't believe he left OKC. I think they would be competitive every freaking
They
year.
Him and Westbrook
They would've
actually
been.
had
They
some
would've
beef.
been. I think everyone is in like, you guys should have wrote it out longer.
That was
Yeah.
probably the best rivalry.
But
at
I
the
will
time,
say,
though.
James going to Houston at the time was great for his career, though, too.
Yeah.
Like, James took over Houston. You remember that season where he was
do.
getting, like,
Where he won MVP.
step backs, just hitting threes all game long?
No, I do.
But
He
yeah,
was
no.
a backup in like the best NBA.
6-man.
Yeah, he was the
Oh,
sixth
yeah, that's
man.
right. On OKC, he was.
Who was the set? It started with an S.
Cephalosha?
Cephalosha.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Oh, my
It
God, that's
amazes
weird.
me,
Yeah.
your guys' memory of sports sometimes.
It's,
Dude, that's when it was like. Peak.
I love
that.
Aaron says
Peak,
that all the
bro.
time. She's like, when you and Lance are high on a
useless
roll,
knowledge.
Yeah.
she's like, I'm like,
Useless.
if you guys had any other space up
Yeah.
there for something else,
That's a
we'd
good
be
point.
billionaires.
Yeah, bro, that is
Invent some
hilarious.
invention.
2010 Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I was
4100 yards.
Every time I hear you guys
44
talk about
touchdowns.
just sports in general, that's why I just shut up. It's because they remember this. They're remembering this shit back in like 2013.
It's crazy.
Like, how the
fuck.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
dude, he'll say like a
I
letter
won't-
and my brain will just like, it's crazy. It's like, I think of like, you remember when they first introduced Jarvis and Ultron's
Yeah.
brains where they would show shit
I was
going
watching that
through?
movie last night.
It feels like my brain's just going to a database from
Oh,
like
yeah,
2012,
yeah.
finding like the OKC.
Ultron
Like,
I start,
looking
see-
for
I
data.
start
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
them like
Yes.
shots.
Yes.
Like when we were talking about Katie, in my head, all I was
You
seeing
can
was
envision those shots.
2K shots I've
2K.
made,
Yep.
fucking
Damn.
shots he's made in real life, alley oops, all that shit. I was just like, oh my god, I
That's
can
cool as
see
shit.
it.
Dude.
That's dope.
But I will say, when I was a fat kid, I hated sports because it made me have to go outside.
Yeah.
And then in high school, I got really into weightlifting and sports.
Yeah.
And so my brain only goes back to around 2010,
Okay.
2009, because that's when I really got into it.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys can go deep.
Yeah,
Some
seriously.
bands can go deep sometimes. And I'm like, I don't have the 1990s or 2000s.
Yeah,
I can
I
pull
only
up-
have it when I'm like maybe born.
I can pull up like
Barely.
specific, like very specific life memories from back then. But like it's just crazy. But that's like a life memory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
dude, I can't
But
tell
like with
you,
sports, dude. And I've loved sports my entire youth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But dude, I loved football so much. I couldn't absorb the differences of every fucking season to season. You know what I'm saying? Like that always was something I never really could get into. I would just love watching it because I know it would make me better at whatever I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
But oh man, dude,
You could
all
be
the
a great
stats.
sports analyst.
What's that?
You
Yeah,
could be a
he
good
would.
sports
Yeah.
analysis person.
Football is the one where like I think I like it so much because like I actually was like pretty good at it when I was like little back in like flag football, and then we got to
Little Pop
tackle,
Warner.
and I just sucked ass. And it just killed me.
Bro, I just have a
Dude, I
respect
was
for those fucking
dude. It's just
Yeah.
they're the
like
best.
I said, I went to high school with a guy who went D1 and then he got into the NFL and he barely squeaked into the NFL for a couple years and is now a firefighter. And he was the
probably a
biggest
monster.
freak
Yeah.
athlete I've ever fucking seen.
They're different.
And he wasn't even good enough to stay or even start in the NFL. And I'm like, then I see fucking who's the tight end that got in trouble for fucking the hot tub with Brett Favre?
Tight end?
Yeah.
Jamura?
Chimura. Then I see Mark
I don't
Chimura
know. How does
at
he
the
know?
Experience Fitness, and he's coming up to chat with me, and he's 6'5", 270,
They're broad.
and he
They're very
comes in
broad.
there and will just fucking bike for 30 minutes talking to all the other old guys, but the other old guys are his same age, and they look like gray hair and like back already slouched, and he's just fucking riding the bike like huge, and you're like, that's an alien.
That's crazy.
That's not a human.
Wow.
Like,
No.
if he's that size now, what was he like when he was fucking
Seriously,
22,
Probably
23?
ginormous.
He would just put fucking 3 plates on the Smith machine, hit it, chat for a couple minutes, hit another 20 reps, chat for a couple minutes, 20 reps, go ride the bike, go home.
All they do is compound.
His chest was just fucking huge.
Crazy.
But just like freak athletes. And then you watch them run at top speed.
Oh, so much respect.
Trying to
though, yeah.
catch a football. Like
my
when you
dream
watch the
job,
slow-mo,
Dream job.
the other day, the Green Bay Packers posted, hold your day, just watch a perfect throw from
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
And it looked unbelievable.
And it was just
Was it the
slow
Rams
mo
one?
of him just going like this. No, it was in practice. And the ball just
Slings it.
goes into a tight spiral for like 40 yards. And then all of a sudden you just see Jaden Reed slow mo putting his hands
So
out just
cool.
right into the perfect spot.
It's a
like,
crazy feat of just like
the
human
respect.
ability.
Dude,
Yeah.
no one
Crazy.
else. No one else.
I'm on
can
your
do
same
this.
page, dude.
No one else can do this. Like when anyone's just like,
It's our
I can
version of
hop into the
superhuman.
NFL.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's the one sport where people are like, I think any athlete could just hop in, and I'm like, no.
All right,
dude,
question
like,
for you guys.
no.
Speaking of like superhuman, you guys have been hearing about the enhanced games, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, how
Oh,
do you
yeah,
think
I've heard of
that's
that.
gonna mull over it with like? How do
it's
you
definitely
think?
gonna
you
get
I'm
see-
so excited.
Yeah,
gonna get
I
I
agree.
mean, they
Is
are
it
building
officially
up.
a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yes.
is? What's the
It's
date?
happening.
think it's
2026.
See the
Yeah.
swimmer?
Summer of 2026.
Yeah, that jack
Did we
dude with
talk
the
about that
traps,
last
dude.
week?
Yeah, we talked about
did
it.
we? A little
Hold
bit.
on,
so.
hold on,
I was
hold
going.
on. You got to see this guy.
It's crazy.
Wild.
All right. Oh,
He has
yeah.
like a 1-year transformation from being like a natural like Olympian to like enhanced, and he looks
Yeah. Lance
God.
Vigorous Steve on YouTube.
yeah.
They hired Vigorous Steve to be a part of the panel
That's
for performance enhancing drugs and all that stuff.
Wow. What the fuck?
That's him, dude.
That's a swimmer.
That's
Yo.
crazy.
Look
Look
at
at
those
so
lats.
you see him on the left.
Yeah.
fucking huge.
On the left, that's him when he was natty, and that's him a couple years later.
Crazy.
And he broke the world record.
Yeah.
He made $1 million.
Yep.
If you break a world record, you get $1 million.
You get paid?
Yeah. That's why they're pushing them. So there's something on the line.
So
Look at what he did, dude. He's fucking.
Dude, you can see
huge.
his lats, his front
Hanging
lats, just from
over.
standing
when he
there.
does
You know
his
how tight those suits are,
when he
too.
does like the arm movement because he starts warming up
Wiggles.
like this. His
Oh, it's
lats are just like
I bet.
Oh,
Wait,
bro.
okay. So what Olympic event though did he beat
50
record?
meter.
In
Yeah.
the 50 meter?
Yeah.
No shit.
blew it out of the water.
Wow.
What was the
They
time?
said
20
in
seconds.
20.63 seconds or whatever it was. He just made $1 million.
Well, dude, it makes sense. It makes sense that it's a shorter
like
shorter distance in the pool. Imagine if that, like, dude, that
Bro,
type of body is not meant for
bodybuilders-
endurance in the pool. That's actual pure mass and speed.
bodybuilders
That's nuts.
do so much juicing and enhancing themselves for maybe like 10K at a show. This
Yeah,
dude
bro, what the
did it
fuck?
with specialty doctors
Crazy.
and just made $1 million. Like,
Do you want to send me the picture or
Yeah.
what's his name?
Yeah.
I just type in enhanced game swimmer before and after. Google.
Imagine Michael Phelps on gear.
That's
the
essentially
official-
what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Like, look at him.
The official enhanced games though is 2026. This is,
When's it start? 2026.
yeah, I think so.
This is them building the hype. Like, they are
Okay,
trying to
okay,
get some
okay, okay.
athletes to break
Yeah,
some
yeah,
records.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
And
why
then
not?
And
they're
that's
like-
what they're doing to feed them into 2026.
Yeah, yeah,
That's that's what I thought was going on. Okay.
Smart. Has my attention.
Yeah.
I saw that clip and I was like, I want to watch that shit next time.
Imagine that, dude. The actual.
Yeah, so May,
sick.
Yes.
May, yep,
Oh,
that's the one.
shit, hell
May
yeah.
2026.
Imagine that. Okay, dude. Think about
2026
this.
is gonna be fucking fire.
Yeah,
Think about when you get into the Olympics. Like, you got to like qualify for the Olympics, be really fucking good. It's crazy to see now the enhanced games doing the opposite and be like, hey, we're just going to put money on the line for anybody that can beat these records. And the quality of people coming out just from that, instead of them having
they're
to
trying to
like
get-
qualify to get into the enhanced games, like, that's crazy.
they're trying to get the Olympians that are like,
Yes. Yeah.
like actually needing it.
Yes.
most of them do it. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of them that actually,
Bro,
don't
you can get
do it
you
is-
can get away with doping so easy in the
they-
Olympics.
and they cut it off like right before. Now they're like, come over here. You don't make anything
Yeah.
for winning at the
No.
Olympics.
Crazy.
It's like 10 grand for gold medals.
Yeah,
or
I
Isn't it
something
know.
just
like that.
mainly
I know.
sponsorships?
It's you're
Yes.
hoping
Hoping for that. Yeah.
Curling guys aren't getting
Yep.
major sponsorships,
Which
you know,
is
like,
badass.
No.
which is badass.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the Wisconsin team was the winners at the Olympics. But like,
Yeah, dude, that's right.
but anyways, the enhanced games is like, come over here, juice a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't have to lie about it.
Yeah. But dude, that's
Break some
interesting
records
as
and we'll
shit,
give
'cause
you
now-
$1 million
yeah,
a piece.
That's interesting as shit because now people are just coming out of the woodwork, or they're being open about what they've probably been thinking about doing for years. You
I
know
think
what I'm
they
saying?
have overseas like investors though, and overseas I think steroids are so like think about how big bodybuilding is
Yeah.
in every other country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steroids is so much more open than
Do you want-
America.
Oh, absolutely.
So like they're getting these investors and they're like the world's gonna watch.
Yeah.
if we
Right.
get some juiced
not
up fucking
not just
athletes
America,
out
dude.
there. Just
yeah.
Why does it
think about some
bodybuilding get the
juiced
same
up
hype?
Russians out
Yeah,
there running
yeah.
or some juiced up fucking
Do you think?
Indians.
Do you think their demographic is global, not pinpointing different regions of where
They're trying to.
That's what I
they're-
think. It's
they're
global.
trying to combat the Olympics.
Yes, exactly. I think
Vegas,
that's what
huh?
It's global.
I think they're
That's
trying
gonna
to
be
get
global.
that crazy.
Vegas.
Yeah.
You telling me people that are doing the Olympics aren't
That's
though?
fucking.
No, I bet they are.
They are, but they have to. They have to like lie
That
about it, so
is
it's a lot.
Polygraph test.
Yeah, a lot different. They're doing lie detectors. They're doing blood work, hair
Yeah.
follicle. Like they're
Yeah.
ripping you apart.
It makes no sense.
Like, it's a crazy process. I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know, but people still get away with it. I'm not
They do for
knowledgeable about how they get away with it so
yeah,
well and
that's
how
what I'm
for
so
years.
Their
curious
coaches,
I don't know.
They bring on specialty coaches. Like Derek More Plates More Dates has talked about this. Like how he would do it, how he would beat if he had to.
Kinda
And there's
And I think
also-
he helps some of the UFC
Yeah.
guys. He's Joe Rogan's
Yeah.
friend. Like,
yeah, that's
I think
100%.
he's in it with the UFC guys,
bet.
probably helping them with blood work. and
Because dude,
shit.
there's even
crazy.
been what's the word for it? Whistleblowers about just like paying off
bro,
like
LeBron was being paid to turn in other athletes.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I was going to bring
To
up an
the drug
example like that.
testing facilities.
Exactly.
Oh, shit,
as
bro.
long so that he did not get
Yes.
tested.
And there's whistleblowers that will say that they are one of the people that
There's
were picked.
yeah.
That popped positive, and
Right.
to let LeBron go, to
Right.
let him slide.
There's current
whistleblowers.
Yeah, there's current whistleblowers. There's a
let
case
it
publicly coming out about it.
There's a huge case, like
You gotta do what you
billions
gotta
of dollars.
do.
You leave that case alone and you shut that book, young man.
Dude, it's kind of like extortion if you think
Or we
about
just
it.
stop fucking caring and let super athletes.
That's what I'm
I was
saying.
gonna say,
grow.
people are gonna do it regardless. So why do we have to?
And they're going to be able to pay for top medical people.
It'd be
Like
so
yeah.
cool.
we could have athletes in their 40s playing still.
All right, boys. Question for you: if you were in the enhanced games, what like where do you think you do best at in terms of whatever event you're going into?
Like
Like
an
what would you
Olympic
want to do? But what do you think you could do good at?
I think I would.
Like if you put if you put the training into
if
that
I
thing.
went back to it and lost all my weight again, I would
Yep.
be good at the mile.
Nice,
I hit
You're running?
I hit a 5.
You would run.
I
He
hit
was
a
a track guy.
5:15 mile.
nice, yeah. You're quick.
Damn.
I would do
If I could get some juice and train even
Yeah.
harder, I bet I could drop that.
if
pretty
I
low.
was going into a sport and I was about to put my all into it, like I'm putting into just like bodybuilding, I would go back to like shot put and discus
I know a good one.
because I would have put on just weight.
That's a good one.
I got
though.
heavy as fuck because I broke our school record for shot put, and it was just one of those things where being a big guy, it's fun slinging that shit around.
What would I want?
I think I could go into that.
I would if I had the choice and could just be good at anything.
what's that?
I'd probably do the 50 meter. I love the fucking
Yeah.
fast dudes
Yeah.
off the blocks. They don't have endurance. They have huge quads because they're just fucking
Yeah.
50 fucking
Studs.
meters.
I'd
They're the
say
studs.
something that I'd want to do that I'd prefer would be swimming, for sure.
You just pick
I want
two
to be good
things.
at like 400 meter endurance swimming.
If
Which
you,
one
know,
do you
That'd be
pick?
crazy.
No, we're
So
saying
that's one that I'd want to do. The second
if
one,
you could
Oh.
pick anything.
if I could ideally
I guess
pick
that's
one.
tough.
I'm trying to think of like what I'd actually be like good at if I got like a chance.
No, that was the first one.
In
The first
track,
one,
I
yeah.
would run. You know those events where you would run and then jump backwards over the pole.
Oh, high jump.
high jump.
That's what I used
That
to do.
shit's
yeah. I would. I
Did
want
you?
to.
Because you didn't even remember it.
Okay, yeah, but like that was. I'm now just
That's what I
remembering.
used to
it.
imagine.
I want to do the one. I want to do the one with the pole.
Pole
vault.
vault.
Pole vault.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
that shit's
sick.
hard as
Just shows
fuck.
Zach hitting his dick up there like that.
Just smacks,
so
just
funny.
smacks the
Drills
bar.
you right back.
Dude, I'd do disc golfing. I know it's not
Ooh,
like
Is that in the Olympics?
it's
That's
no,
sick.
but it's just we're doing Olympic sports. Yeah. Oh, then I'll do 400 meter track.
Just
400
fucking
meters.
fully
I was pretty good.
Luke's just out there whipping dick.
Like Captain America's shield.
You just see him do
fuck's
like
this
a
kid
whip and
doing?
he does a front flip after he lets go of
Heads up. Fucking disc
See a
flying
blade
over.
Cuts a
coming
guy's
through.
head off.
That's
The hell's he doing?
hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah,
do
dude.
it on that
I want to be crazy good
400.
at swimming.
Or long jump. I was pretty good at long jump.
Oh, that's
jump's
a
good
great
one.
pick.
That'd be
Dude.
that'd
Jump
be
like
sick.
30 feet when
I would
you're
have picked.
We aren't even thinking about like all the other
Horseback
games at the
riding,
Olympics.
surfing,
Yeah.
bro.
Boating. There's literally
yeah,
the
sailing.
sailboating.
Dude.
Yeah.
If I'm doing
Yeah.
gear, my
The
horse
sailboating looks
too.
sick. I got
Fencing,
really into
there's
that one.
fencing, there's fucking riflery, archery, pistol shooting.
The riflery
Fucking nuts.
guys are
Oh.
psychotic.
I know.
They do not move. They sit there in like the weirdest
Oh, crazy.
form.
Yeah.
And don't move for like 30 minutes.
Imagine-
And just are
Yeah.
pinpoint.
Imagine their breathing techniques.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
crazy.
to be so
Their
immobile.
scopes are so crazy,
Yeah.
and they have the glasses
Yeah.
that have like the magnifier.
Yeah.
That's oh my god, it's wild.
There's so many Olympic games.
Yeah,
See that one guy that did that with like no like gear.
The
on
pistol?
or nothing? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just a regular dude.
Asian dude.
Glass. He was just
I
like
think was he Asian
got-
or from Middle
I don't
East?
think he was
Mi-
Asian.
no, he was like Middle Eastern.
I think he was Middle Eastern. I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
he got
he's
third,
Turkish.
didn't he?
Yeah,
got
he was
bronze.
good.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
No
he was
equipment,
just standing
goes
there,
up there with the
like,
fucking gun.
It showed like
baggy
the,
shirt on.
It showed the crowd before he went viral, and then it showed the crowd after he went viral. Because
Yeah.
not many people go to like pistol shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like before he went viral, the crowd was like 50 people, and then it showed like
Thousands.
yeah towards the finals, it was just like filled stands.
That's
'cause
crazy.
He went viral for
That's
it.
crazy.
They were like erupting when he hit fucking center.
I heard he was just a basic ass dude, somewhere out in the Middle East. If I don't know, don't quote me on it. Maybe I think it was Turkey. I heard or whatever. But yeah, he was
Just
just
one
some,
hell of a pistol.
some guy, family guy, you know. And I was like, oof,
That's awesome. Anyways,
just coming out of
welcome
the
back.
woodworks.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, the intro.
This is the D2 episode. We got Zach B, Nick J, Lance H, myself, Zach D, Luke behind the camera. We got a full cast today, so if you've made it through the first 18 minutes, welcome back. Bashmouth Code D2. I've been chewing it like a motherfucker because I can't drink coffee right now, even though I just kind of did. But I know. I wanted it so bad. I needed to wake up. But anyways, I've been chewing Bashmouth,
Yeah.
and it's been fucking great all week. I got every one of my coworkers
Yeah.
on it because I've been handing them out like a
Yep.
motherfucker. I'm like, you want 112 milligrams of caffeine or whatever?
Great idea.
135.
Or 130, yeah. And then
It's genius.
Use code D2 with Flavor Gang. I've been getting my coworkers on that as
Said
well.
that too, yeah.
Yeah, welcome back.
Brownie
So-
batter just is so good.
We have a lot to talk about. Nick is back. Last week we kind of held down the fort. It was kind of just a bro chat.
Yeah.
But today we're going to get into
I
bodybuilding.
listened to last week, dude. When I missed,
Did you hear when I spilled the coffee?
I heard.
Oh, it pissed me off.
I knew it pissed you off. That's why I was like, I need to get it up now.
He was
I was terrified.
so
I heard.
antsy with the donuts.
Yep.
He couldn't fucking
Yep.
let it go.
Yep.
I told him, wait till we're done with the episode. I start talking, and I knew because I was going to be talking for a little longer, he was going to reach. And I did not want him chewing into the mic.
You set him up.
So he started leaning forward, and I was like, no. And then he whipped back. I was like, why are your arms flailing? Just sent his coffee mug. He goes, good thing it's empty. Coffee everywhere.
It wasn't full.
Bro, it's so much funnier in person than watching
like,
it
oh,
on camera.
If you were sitting there, you might have been fucked.
Yeah, you would have been so
taken a
hilarious.
splash.
He would have been like, good thing it was empty. He would have been so.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Imagine
Anyway.
the reel we could have made with that.
You'd have
dude.
been your face would have
Not
That
really good. Luke, don't get any ideas.
That would have been so funny.
We did have donuts.
Oh, yeah,
that was the
great.
that was the
Unreal.
wedding treat.
Nice.
I've told them about Greebies quite a few times, so we
Yeah.
pulled the trigger
talked
on
about it
that.
for like 2 years.
That was so good.
I totally would have smacked one.
yeah,
Did talk
That
about
should have
it
been
for
so
quite
good.
some
Like
time.
2 years.
we had enough for you. I ended up having to throw 2 away, but we had enough for you because I did the math with you here, and then I forgot you weren't going to be.
But
here.
I think it's so funny that, of course,
we'll get it again.
I was out of town.
We'll get it again.
Yeah.
for
Every
another-
Lance's
Sunday.
mom makes snacks for us, Chex Mix. I'm out of fucking town.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, dude,
and
that
I
is
saw the
all
donuts, and I'm like, it's kind of worse than the Chex Mix right now, how I'm feeling. Like, I want them fuckers.
Yeah,
They
sure.
were
I was
so
jealous.
moist.
I was
good.
jealous.
I had a
But
honey bun
actually,
one.
I found out the Speedway
Yeah,
right by my
you
house,
Yeah.
the Speedway right around the corner has a deal with Greebies.
Nice.
So they keep it. It's a nasty Speedway, but in the fucking huge donut container,
Oh, the
it
donuts.
says Greebies 24 hours stock.
No way.
So Greebies comes in and stocks it 24 hours.
That's nuts.
I
And
knew
it's
that
all their
tasted
specialty
familiar.
donuts. And I was like, Speedway, good for you. I was like, Greebies twice. I would get donuts all day then.
All
Fucking
time.
Yeah,
If
dude.
I had known that, I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh wow, I got Greebies.
That
2
Speedway's
minutes.
just raking it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, dude.
But anyways,
Good
how was your week, Zach?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything happened?
Just busy at work. I got some new comics.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, which one's
What's your
yeah.
favorite? Okay. What's your favorite comic? Backseat almost
Oh,
stocked.
God, I took them out. I read them all.
Oh my god.
You put them in like individual sleeves when you're done reading them.
They come in sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh
but
yeah, that's right.
I think I'm gonna get
Pictures,
better
yeah.
ones because those ones are kind of like ass.
Yeah,
Isn't it
yeah.
the worst when the cover is perfect and then you read it and you're like,
Dude, that happens so many times.
Yeah.
There's one where I was just like, oh, this is gonna be a sick read, and it was so boring. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is terrible. But I got like, it's nice too because they're like $4 each, so I can just get like 5, 6, a whole series and just read them all.
Dude, your memory about comics too is nuts.
I got this one. It's the newer one. It's called like The Amazing Spider-Man. And the storyline is there's like this drug that's like being put into all these soda cans and it's being shipped out. And Spider-Man has to stop that, obviously. But the whole operation is pretty much controlled by the Hobgoblin, and he's scary,
nice.
and he's scary.
Nice.
He's
That's
scary
sick.
in the panel. The comics that I like the most are the ones that have the best artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like that's a make or break for me. Like if the art is shit, I'm like, I ain't gonna read that.
right,
The story could be good though, but like the art is a big thing for
right.
me.
Yeah.
But that's been a really good series. I'm
Yeah.
starting to get into more Marvel characters. I'm expanding my horizons from Batman because I know a good chunk already.
You got
Yeah.
some.
No, you have like the sports brain. You have the fucking.
Yeah,
That's
You have the
what
comic
comic
autism.
brain.
That shit's locked up.
comicism.
It's locking.
Yeah.
It's locking in up there. So fucking start being our comic book
I
specialist.
want to get into like different characters that I've know.
If you can be
of.
our
I wanna be that
podcast
guy. I
expert,
wanna be that guy.
we can recall like
He
episode
pretty much already is.
184 of
Yeah.
Batman series.
That's
12.
what I want. That's what I
You
want.
pretty much already are though.
The
'cause you've always-
Hobgoblin.
every time like we've brought up anything Marvel, DC, or anything with superheroes, you'll always relate it back to the comics.
That's when you were talking about Nightwing not being a hero. I was like,
See, dude, I wouldn't have
Okay, but
fucking.
"Are you
Not-
sure about that, boy?"
Hashtag not my leader though.
Oh, dude, you have to get into him more.
No,
You
but
have to
I
understand.
like Nightwing. I think he's
He's
sick,
like-
but I'm like he's not Cap.
He's not a cap.
He's
but
not fucking-
he's a leader in a different way.
He would be like, "Go do that," and I'd be
Yeah, he would kind
Go
of be
do
like
that.
that, but at the same time, he
You
would
go
do
do
it
it.
in a way where he's like, "All right, this dude can take charge."
If I was Superman or Superboy, I would head
Superman loves Dick Grayson.
I would shatter his fucking
No,
skull.
he loves him. They're like
told
they
me-
both have a good like comparison
I
because
get
the,
it.
I'm just
the name
piecing this in
Nightwing
my
is
head
the
right
name
now.
Nightwing he got from Superman. Remember?
If Cap told me to do something, I'd be like, "Yes, sir."
Uh-huh.
Nightwing told me to do something, I'd crack
Be
his
like,
fucking skull.
Nightwing.
I would just go
Just
That's hilarious.
blood. Anybody else?
That's so funny.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Weird, because
though.
okay, for the fans, we had Zach sent in our Instagram group chat a photo of it had like 6 heroes to choose from for leader, 6 heroes to choose from
yeah,
for
that was so fun to do.
whatever,
Yeah.
and it just went down. You had to build your team, and we built a team, and Nightwing was on the leader portion. It was like Nightwing, Captain America. Who else was on there? Who'd you
Cyclops,
choose?
Batman.
Cyclops, Batman, like all the leaders of each, like X-Men,
Yeah.
Justice
Yeah,
League,
yeah.
stuff
Captain
like that.
Marvel
Like
was
group,
on there.
yeah.
Captain
Captain
Marvel had
Marvel's on
no
there.
fucking
I was gonna
business
say
being
that.
up there.
No.
Yeah, she's a
But
good like.
neither did
side. Nightwing.
I don't.
Nice.
I'll be
Like I
honest.
used to do that.
Someone needs to help me out with this.
I'm gonna lean more towards his side. It's hard for me to.
You don't know the character.
It's
Shut
hard,
up.
it's hard
I
for me
know
to think of him
Nightwing.
like that.
I've
I'm
loved.
gonna send you a
Nightwing.
couple panels and you'll change your mind real quick.
I think he's sick. He is not a leader.
He leads 2 teams.
What is Nightwing from?
Batman?
He's Robin.
He's the
after
first Robin.
gets through his depression and turns good again, and like
His parents died.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know about that.
Imagine
This entire time. I
Okay,
don't
so
know
the
what
way
you're
he's
talking about.
he's better than Batman is like the whole thing. He gets so good,
Okay.
he's better than Batman.
pretty much. I mean, not necessarily, but like close.
Yeah,
Very close.
he was
I'm
like
fucking
equal
lost.
at least.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on past it.
Okay.
I'll
prove.
You had a good week, though.
Yeah, it was a good week.
A lot of comics.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. We need another Comic-Con or something that we can go to because that was fun the one time we got ripped.
One in
and
Chicago is coming up.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
in
gone.
July.
We need to go to Chicago Comic-Con.
Spider-Man.
We
Yeah.
need to go to
No,
that.
we need to go to that
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
museum. That's what we need to
There's a
do.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
museum.
when I was in Washington,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's sick.
when I was in Washington for the wedding in Port Angeles, there like the really small, like it's like Minocqua almost, just like a kind of a vacation-y town in the middle of the woods and on the lakefront or on the ocean front. We were walking around the main town, and all of a sudden it was like candy anime, and I
what
was
the
like,
fuck?
let's go in there. And it was just a huge comic book store, and I was like, do you have Invincible? And she goes, we do, I believe so.
Oh,
and
no
I was
way.
like, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And we get to the corner, and she pulls me over there, and she's like, oh, it looks like we actually sold out. She's like, we got a ton in, and it sold out quick.
Really?
I was like, a town or a
popular.
little comic book store in the middle of fucking
I believe it.
Port Angeles, Washington, tiny little
Just
town,
random
as
was
fuck.
sold out of Invincible.
Wow.
I was like, motherfucker. And Aaron goes, yesterday we're at the festival, so I'll get into that later, but we were at the festival, and Aaron goes, look at those shirts. What shirts are they? It's the fucking Invincible shirts you sent in our Instagram
No
chat.
way.
It was like it was the one you have where Mark's floating in the
The blue
back,
mark?
and then the other one had the gray shirt where it's the yellow and blue mark.
Yep.
Oh,
That's dope.
And I was like, oh, these dudes are just wearing this, rocking to EDM. I was like,
bro.
nice shirt, boys. As I walked by, I was like, that's
Nice.
fucking sick.
Nice.
Invincible's so fucking
I
sick.
can't find my shirt.
You lost,
lost
it?
it?
Yeah, I can't find it.
What?
How do you lose
I
that?
don't know. I don't know. I think
I
might
love
have-
wearing
might
mine.
have left it at the gym.
It's a great pump
That's
cover.
tough.
That's a great pump.
Yeah,
cover.
You guys
Dude,
leave
that's
shit
right.
like no other.
I
I'll
know,
walk
it's tough.
around social and there'll be his shit laying around.
I don't have my shit. Just my
Sometimes
blender
I see
bottles.
your shit.
I have a couple.
I'll
other
see a
ones.
Lance
That's false.
blend-
I'll leave pre-workout there.
It's just my
Yeah,
blender
that's
bottle.
it.
I'll see hostile just pre-workouts laying
Yeah.
around.
I've seen that a couple
When you used to be
I
there,
left
there would
it
be a
so
sweatshirt
much.
hanging on a rack every
Hoodies
day.
are a comic.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't get the hoodie thing. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
Why I need
You would
those
just
hoodies.
leave it, and I would see it for days.
Yeah.
just laying there.
I'd be like, where the fuck's my hoodie?
Not
People
gonna
would be
lie,
like, "Are you
that
using
was
this?"
kind of
And
me
they
at
know.
top line for a little bit. I'd forget shit there a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you guys move in.
Yeah.
You guys move.
Just my bed's there and fucking all my shit.
But anyways, we're moving on past Zach.
That's fun.
How was your week, Nick? We haven't seen you. You have a pro on the team. Congratulations.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That
that's huge,
that was
man.
fun.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, how was your week?
Yeah.
The week was really good, dude. Stressful,
Yeah,
but more. It was a good stress. It was a good.
you said there were some highs and lows with.
Yeah, just peak week
Yeah.
stuff, you know. And but it was a good time overall. It was more so the excitement for both of them type of excitement for the entire week. You know, I was
Right.
like, my sleep wasn't the greatest. I trained twice that week, but it was still totally worth it because sometimes I allow like parts of peak weeks that I'm just not a bodybuilder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I look forward to that in terms
Stressful.
of like, yo,
It's like
no,
you don't
like
even have
I
time to
like
be.
not being a bodybuilder on that day, so I can just put my all instead of what I'm doing into like somebody else. You know, like
Right.
dude, there was a day on show day. I get to the show, all I'd ate was a clementine and a rice cake
Yeah.
until we went to dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Right.
it feels good. Like, okay, I'm totally okay not being a bodybuilder 24/7. When it's
Right.
peak week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like still doing what I need to do, but fuck, it was
You're going coach mode.
yeah.
Yeah.
I miss it when
Yeah.
the season dries up. I miss it a lot.
Yeah.
But crazy good feeling. Saw some great people there. People I haven't seen in a while. See people I do see frequently. But yeah, man, it was just overall good. Just being with two of my athletes that I've done preps for in the past and traveled to their shows in the past and seeing them again, like how they've changed, not just like as a bodybuilder, but just as a person. Oh, it was just
Yeah.
cool to see, like how they interacted
Fuck yeah.
around the group and shit, and then how they interacted knowing that they were at a national show where they could hold their own.
Right.
It was a cool thing for me to see. Like, okay, that's
Some
a
swagger.
high level team
Yeah.
shit where like that I want to see that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they belong. And they just held themselves so well that week. That was a really big takeaway.
Just handle
Yeah.
business.
But and then yeah, man. Good time. I'm just glad to be back and then go to Junior Nats again for two athletes, Gabe and Tariq. So yeah, it's been busy, man. And I have a show coming up this weekend, a WNBF show for Kevin. That's his first one.
Yeah.
So I've got tons of shows coming up here.
He looks
and I
great.
won Vegas. Yeah.
He looks fucking shredded.
Kevin, dude, he's natural. He's fucking nuts. Dude, when he trained with us, I trained with him like 2 weeks ago in Chicago at America's.
Yeah.
Kevin keeps his strength so well. Dude's natural. And he's fucking 177 pounds.
Yeah.
You're training back. He was doing the same weight as me, single arm pull downs. I'm like, the fuck?
That's crazy.
Natural guys can get
For
really
2-3
peeled.
weeks out, it was nuts. Yeah.
Really
sure.
peeled.
Yeah.
So he's in peak week right now. But yeah, man, it's been wonderful. Lance, how's your week been?
You got any natural athletes in prep? Nick, Lance?
What's that?
Got
No.
any natural?
No.
Natural.
How about you?
No.
That's hilarious.
No. Nothing till next year.
Okay.
Nothing till next year.
Dude, that's kind of like it was for me last year.
What's that?
That's kind of like how
Yeah.
it was for me last year. I think I put 5 people on stage, and it was like at the end of the year. And also I was on prep, and during the prep I only put 2 people on stage during that time.
Yeah.
But the dryness of the season gets annoying.
This is
Yeah.
very, very annoying.
I've got a couple
you know
people
what?
in mind for next year, though. I'm pretty
Honestly,
excited
like
about.
at the same time, it feels good because you're building.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're
You're
also
working from the
no,
ground
it's-
up. It's
you're
you
feeling
know,
good. Yeah.
It's an
It's-
itch, though, for sure.
yeah.
Though.
It gets
It's an
itchy.
itch, yeah, dude. It's just like I want to, stay fresh with it. But again,
Yeah.
I've got
Don't wanna rush
a,
anybody.
yeah, no, and the people that
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to for next year are like, well, we'll see how it goes. But
You also just get better at
couple.
like other aspects of the season, like
Well, dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
growth
I think
phases, health phases. You just start to learn more from those.
I mean, if they're
avenues.
willing
Yeah.
to sit and wait for like the 2 to 3 year mark and actually progress, and they're willing to like stay locked in for that time frame, it's like, why not take advantage of
I mean, the athletes too are proving to me like, all right, you guys like clearly can handle things outside of contest prep.
Totally,
like you
totally.
guys are going to be like a piece of cake for when we have to
What's
start
that?
the season.
Yeah.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like
no.
both you guys are kind of. I'm this way, and I read this off of you guys too as coaches. You see things growing on the back end, like in an off-season primarily. Everybody's in the off-season and just growing, and you get antsy. Like you start biting at the bit. Like fuck, this person's right there, almost there, and you want to be like, yo, is it smart to throw this person in here like this early, or should I wait a little bit longer?
Right.
Oh man, it's a
It's a fun feeling,
it is
bro.
kind of fun because, but you're also
good
you're like,
feeling.
man, one more growth phase, and then are we gonna be good?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but you want to like, you kind of have an excuse to be, what, I could put them in prep right now because they do really fucking good.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit less confident than if you put one more growth phase.
Yeah, I'd rather just. Come
I've had
in,
that
like,
feeling a ton of
I'd
times.
rather just come in for sure. Like
Yeah.
nothing to really worry about if we're like deep into prep.
Yeah,
100%.
if they're serious, that's the whole point, right? Well, awesome. Lance, how was your week?
It was a good week. The sun's out this weekend, which was really nice.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's been super nice. So I'm looking forward to enjoying another day of that. Pacers game kicked ass. That was fun as shit to watch this
Is
week.
game
so
2 tonight?
I think so, yeah. So Sports World's been great. Season 2 of Tires has just had me fucking laughing my ass off.
Tires is funny.
The newest season has had me absolutely rolling. So if you haven't watched that, give that a go. Season 1's good, but season 2 is so much better.
Did you think the beginning of season 1 was kind of dry?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
I
lost
think
me a
you,
little bit,
yeah,
too.
you think you got to kind of just be open-minded to it because you realize it's going to grow a little bit. But like they like the shift they made into season 2, I think it's like dramatic.
So start
dramatic.
season 2 right away.
It's so good. I mean, like if you can get through season 1, which I still think
Yeah,
is
I got
very
through
funny,
season 1.
but like season 2 is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, getting to see some Packers mini camp stuff. It's just an awesome time of year where like you're excited for like sports to come back in a few months, but at the same time, it's like
You
the
won some
weather's
money
great.
last night?
Oh yeah, my buddy Casey and I, we hit nice last night. The UFC fights kicked fucking ass. Kayla Harrison is like the baddest bitch on the planet right now. So we'll get Amanda Nunes back out of retirement. So that's super exciting.
O'Malley got his ass whooped.
Marab is still the craziest little fucking hamster that can just destroy everyone.
Isn't it crazy how someone that like small and short
Could just
fucking
fucking destroy people,
kill you?
just kill humans effortlessly.
Oh, it's crazy.
But no, just an awesome week of like sports, and the fact that the sun's been back out, it just puts you in such a good mood.
It feels you so much. I feel so much better than
I woke up
dude.
today, dude, and I was in such a good mood. Like just seeing that sunlight right away, seeing like the pool, and just like stepping outside, I was just like, oh,
You actually
Are you going to spend the day in the pool today?
all day.
Nice.
Nice.
You gonna have a few drinks?
No.
No?
All you need is a dab pen,
dude.
bro.
I'm gonna have myself a few sugar-free sodas,
That's
my God.
that's,
And a
that's
few
it.
joints.
That's it.
dude.
Dude, I like having a drink by the pool.
We had a nice night out the other night.
Yeah.
We did. Let's
We-
talk about
no one
that.
mentioned
Oh,
that,
we didn't talk about that.
And in the
yeah.
bar that we did not expect to be in.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
The doctor
Why do you think I sat where I sat, dude? I could
yeah.
see
We
everything.
we went to the Twisted Fisherman, which was interesting.
Good beer.
That's where that dude
Great
drugged
beer,
that
yeah.
girl that he chopped
Yeah.
up. So
Yeah,
that was
that's
kind of
fun.
interesting.
Oh,
It kinda made
wait.
sense.
Wait.
Whoa,
Twisted Fisherman or
whoa.
Who's on Third?
Hold the
Twisted Fisherman.
fuck up.
That's the
Oh,
first
this
place, right?
entire time I thought it was Who's on Third.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
So
I
that girl that got chopped up and they found her like leg in the park and
That's where it
mutilated.
happened.
Yeah.
yeah, and the dude just literally got convicted 2 days ago
This was like
We
8
went
months ago.
on the day that we went there.
Drink.
On the day.
And
They pulled that?
he
The
killer was
that was
there.
where he drugged her, and they're actually getting.
Oh, what
they
the
might not be open much
That
longer
is
because
That's tough.
they're getting
That's
sued by the family because she was only 19 and she was drinking there,
Oh.
and he drugged her and
that's-
Wow.
chopped her up.
Oh, that's
Holy
fucked.
shit.
Anyways,
Going
we were
around
there.
my baby,
I didn't know about that.
That's well,
And
now
we
I
were
feel
there on the... Oh, jeez.
Now
we
you're
were
feeling
there on-
easy.
we were there on the day of the conviction.
On the night it happened.
We're all haunted now.
Anyways, but it was
It was a fun night.
It was chill.
Good beer. Good food.
we had a girl
great food
come
at
up.
Who's on Third.
We had a girl come up and hit on us. It was weird.
That was a
Lance
little
told me about
wild.
that.
Was a little
Yeah.
wild.
It was...
It was so weird.
very
She came
uncomfortable.
over and just leaned on the like wall behind us, and then we all looked at her, and she's like, "Just stand in here." We're like, "Okay." So we go back to talking, and then the waitress is like, "None of you handsome boys is gonna give this girl your number,"
Absolutely
and we're all
not.
like,
What?
"Taken." And then she's like, "Oh, I know they all taken," and then like walk back around. And then just kept staring at us the whole time. And I was like,
Hated it.
"Oh my god!" Bartender was chill. Gave me
Yeah.
an extra beer
He
for
was super
free.
chill, yeah.
Nice.
Super good, cool.
He liked us.
Super cool dude.
Yeah.
Won some money on pull tabs.
Yeah, you did great.
You want $15.
Yep. And then we went to Who's on Third.
Great food.
Grabbed food.
Fantastic.
That was
You're
fun.
looking for some late night bar food in Milwaukee.
That
That
is
is
it, bro.
the spot.
Phenomenal.
Bro bar for sure. It was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
all
yeah.
dudes.
It was probably 95% dudes in that
Lot
place.
of sausage in
Rally
that
was
back
one
room.
of the 6, 7 women there.
Yeah. And then then we went to Whitetail.
Yeah,
That
for
was-
free
That's
drink.
the,
That
that's
was
what
nice.
the second
For a
place
free
is called.
drink.
Got a free
Whitetail.
drink? That was
Got it.
nice.
Strong drink. I couldn't finish
Strong.
Dude, mine was fucking
it.
strong.
I could barely like.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take Diet Coke on the side of rum. You
Yeah.
know, like
I
but-
got a vodka lemonade, and I was
Dr.
like,
Strange was on.
That was
That was a vibe.
That
I
was
wish
wild.
we had that on all TVs.
yes.
Yeah.
If you
more
just
bars
had
need to
rap
play
music
Marvel
and Marvel playing, I
I'll
would
be
be chill with
entertained.
that.
I'll
You
be
just see a
entertained.
bunch of dudes at bars not like
Mouth
actually
wide open.
talking to people. Yeah, it'd just be a bunch of.
Well, you would know all the high guys because they would be doing that for sure.
Yeah.
Even the drunk. I guess yeah. If you're drunk, you're probably not trying to watch Marvel.
What I have to say though is I was very observant at that bar. Way too many single dudes.
Yes.
A lot of that.
If
well,
you
that's
are,
Bars.
Like I question, like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Isn't that most bars?
I hope
That's where you
no
gotta
one
meet
takes
people.
offense to this, but like when I see a single person drinking, just kind of hovering alone,
Yep.
I immediately get on edge.
Not hovering with their friend group. We're saying alone.
Just by themselves.
No, like you are out alone.
Yes.
And you're
Hell
just kind of
no.
hovering.
Go home.
I agree.
Like I'm like, yo, you didn't
Yeah,
have.
I wouldn't feel comfortable being out.
I agree.
unless
There were
you're, like,
so
cool with
many
that.
dudes there that
By
were just
themselves,
standing
yeah.
alone,
Strolling,
just
yeah.
kind of like
Strolling,
rocking
yeah.
back and forth,
Yeah.
just sipping their drink with no like.
That guy-
I'm like I kind of would like check in and be like, did anybody show up yet? And I was being way too observant because I was high, but I was like, holy shit, I would never.
Stalking and pray.
I thought that same thing.
Throwing the
when we sat
whitetail
down.
tonight alone.
When we sat down, I thought that
Don't
same
wait up.
thing
Feeling
about that
different.
dude that was sitting on the window next to us.
Yeah.
I kept looking. He was there for 20 fucking minutes.
Even so, we were at
I'd
Aaron
rather
and
go
I
to
went.
a restaurant. alone.
Aaron and I went to an EDM festival last night, and we were dancing, and she's like, "Can we move forward?" And I was like, "Yeah," because she noticed. I noticed it too. It becomes noticeable very quickly when someone's alone.
Yeah.
because they're kind of just alone.
sure.
It builds like a kind of a shield around them because we like look back and this guy behind us, kind of a bigger guy, was just alone, and he kind of like made eye contact with me right away. I was like, oh my god, like alone people are always looking at people too. I'm like, so we stepped forward and he kind of like came forward too, and I'm like, alone people give me the creeps.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Where are your friends?
Or like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have anybody to do stuff with.
Bro, that's a good point.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think
I don't
thing
think
when-
there's anything wrong with like hiking alone.
No.
Like,
You went to the
we
movies
could,
alone.
we could dive into
I
this.
go
What
into the
are-
movies alone.
What are acceptable activities to do alone?
I like the
off.
movies.
Well, Nicholas, you started with a home run.
movies?
You walked in.
Movies is a great.
a great
Because
one.
you don't talk.
No.
So if you don't
No.
You
go
don't
with
need it.
someone, it's like you don't need it because you're not you're not chatting.
Okay, what else?
hiking-
We're putting
I-
top 5 things to do by yourself.
I
think
would never-
hiking, fishing.
Oh, yeah. To do by yourself.
hunting.
Yeah,
They are
those,
fun
those are
with-
givens, but like,
They are fun with people.
What's something
though.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I
like
agree, I
you
agree.
could
But if you bump into someone in the woods, I'm not like. Usually, I'm not alarmed weirdly
Well,
enough
yeah,
because if it's
yeah.
a hiking trail or
what's
something
there
like that.
something that like people do publicly that you could do alone?
that's what I was good. Yes, yeah, I agree.
Like I'm not.
Get coffee.
I'm not going.
Yeah,
to-
coffee's a good one.
Here's one that's probably the biggest edge one. I'm not going to dinner alone.
No,
No,
I did
I'll
in
go to like a
Mexico,
cat.
bro. I went to this French restaurant. Oh my god,
not
I felt
sitting-
so awkward.
Like I will go grab fast food alone.
I would go to Chili's alone.
I will not go do a sit down.
Not saying I actually did.
Why?
But
You go to Chili's alone?
no, I didn't
I'm
say I
not
actually
saying
did.
that.
I just because I know people are gonna
just for
assume that.
he goes, Brianna, the chips and salsa, please.
Now, usual
As,
Zach.
as I'm reading my
Darnell,
comic
you
book,
know I want my mahi-mahi.
That's so
I just had
funny.
to put a
Dude.
disclaimer out because I know people would assume.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But that's something I think.
Okay, I think that
So
one's con-
specific. That was
I think that one is controversial because I see people
Y'all
post
ever
on
been to
social
Chili's
media.
by yourself?
But I don't think I would ever do that. DoorDash.
No, me either.
I'm gonna eat it.
Well, the thing
I'm
is,
gonna
it's
eat
like-
it in the cave in depression.
Yeah, but what if you're
Yeah.
feeling like, oh, I want to like
Men who
you
go
know,
to
sit at
strip
a
clubs
table.
by themselves?
Sometimes that's a good
I
one.
think
That's
that's
a great-
acceptable.
That's a great one. What
Acceptable
else?
or not acceptable?
Fishing,
Unacceptable.
disc golfing.
Fishing
golfing
is
is
great.
golfing.
Yeah, but those are things like
Golfing.
generally,
Golfing.
like I'd
Golfing's
say
a good
like
one.
outdoor sports like hunting, fishing, like skiing.
There
I
are-
think that stuff that's notably mostly done alone.
I think when you
So it's
go to
harder.
festivals and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
alone,
That's
I'm
way
like,
too
That's
much
a
by
little bit
yourself.
much.
I'm like, okay,
Like
you
Summerfest?
couldn't find a single person
To tag along
to
with.
just go
Yeah.
and bump heads with and
Yeah.
walk around with.
Listen to some good music,
You-
maybe
and
have some
those-
drugs.
Those are
Also safe.
$150 tickets.
I know.
So you
Yeah.
paid $150 to be alone
Yeah.
for the day. I don't know.
That's
I don't,
dark.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's
I
safer
like
to have
also
other people
what
around
I
too.
what I think too is kind of like I'm not trying to. I don't know. Just like the
I feel like
intentions
it
of
just gives
going
me-
to it alone is off for me.
Yeah, it's
Like
I think it just
it's
gives
the
me an
intention
aura.
of behind it. You know, they may really enjoy it, but for me, it's not what I would intend to do alone.
I just immediately
You know?
think like, okay, so that's just a trigger. Like I'm like, okay, that might be a little weird. That guy might
I
be
see,
weird
I see.
because he didn't have anybody to come with.
Have you
Grocery
ever?
shopping.
Oh yeah.
That'd be weird if you had people with you.
I
Yeah.
love grocery shopping. alone.
Lance and I grocery shop together.
What about a
You're like a
basketball
bunch
game?
of friends. That'd be
Fucking
kinda weird.
queers.
hey, first off, it's
You know,
black.
I'd be
It makes it go by so much faster.
We
and-
both
and
go
better.
get coffees. Yeah, we
Guys are like a
fucking
It is-
married- guys are like a married couple.
It's
So
like
we
a
go
gay-
in there with a list.
It's like a gay
It's a
couple
precise
thing. Zoom.
It's not a fuck around thing. We both go in there like with full itinerary.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Section by section. Grab what you need.
Yep.
We're moving.
Yep.
We're pushing carts near other carts.
Aaron
We're getting through.
Came the first time with me, and I was like, strap in.
Yeah.
I was like, if you will
There's
get
no-
left,
yep.
you will get left behind.
100%.
She got so mad at me. She was like, "Can you slow the fuck down?" And I was like, "This is a move thing. Like, you got to be scanning both
Get
sides.
hot.
Do I want it? Do I want it? Do I
Stop
want it?"
for a chicken
And
bake.
she'll just be like walking slowly, like,
Oh
She's
my God, dude.
She's like,
Yeah.
"How do you make decisions so quickly?"
I'm the same
like,
way.
"You can't be
Dude,
slow
I can
here."
drive to the grocery store and get back in under 15 minutes.
I've done it.
Dang.
I'll go to Pick and
15
Save.
minutes?
I'll go to Pick and Save, and she'll be like, "You got back so fast. I thought I was gonna get like 3 things done." And I'm like,
Wow.
You were
yeah,
just
yeah.
running through those aisles.
That's crazy.
no, if you go with intent, know
If
exactly
you go
what
with
you
a
need.
list, you don't.
Especially
fuck
if
around.
you're on a diet plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of know where things are.
Yeah.
He knows
Just
where
by
the cafeteria
muscle.
is.
My
Yeah.
I know where the donuts are.
Oh, the muffins.
Oh, for sure,
Oh, the
easy,
muffins,
quick
yeah.
in and
Have
out.
you had
right
the
side?
cafeteria food at Costco?
What's that?
Have you had the cafeteria food at Costco?
A few items.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
never.
No.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not
I've
stopping.
never.
It
but
stresses me out. There's too many people over there.
I hate that it's always at the end, and it's like even
clogs
if it was a good
checkout
idea
up.
to go get food there.
So cheap.
It clogs everything up.
That chicken bake is.
What would you
It's
rate it?
not
What would
worth
you
it.
rate
It's Costco food.
it's good.
If I want a cheap food, I'm taking. I'm going
He says
somewhere
He
else.
says it's really fucking
Yeah,
good.
but I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I'm not getting Costco.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
What
Hey,
do
man,
you got
I'm
against
going to- I
that?
think it's-
Cheesecake
I think it's-
Factory or
yeah.
something.
You don't
Ah,
have,
that's
the
right
nice
there.
thing about the chicken bake and everything on that menu, though, is if you take a bite of it and you're like, "This is fucking disgusting," you can throw it out because it's so cheap.
Really?
Yeah,
it?
it's so
Yeah, it's like
cheap.
$1.99 for a
Yeah,
slice
dude,
of
like
pizza.
nothing.
Are you
Like
kidding?
it's so, and it's huge.
Wow.
It's literally like
It's
the.
Costco
It's like
size.
think
Wow.
about the.
The large sodas like this.
It's National Best
I see
Friends
people-
Day.
Dude, watching people just fucking plow through food in that area is.
Should we all hug?
entertaining. What is it?
you find that out just now?
My Crunch just sent me a text message being like, "It's happy, it's Happy National Best Friends Day."
That's hilarious.
Aw.
Happy
Happy
Best
That's
Friends
nice of your
Day,
work.
boys.
Yeah,
Happy
it's like,
Best
"Come
Friends
get in
Day.
a lift with your best friend."
That's awesome.
Honestly.
No, we're doing a podcast.
I think since you worked at Crunch, I don't know. It's got to be. Wait, do you have any access to the Crunch Instagram or something or Instagrams?
No.
I think they just go to their employees and follow who their employees follow. Because I've had like
Oh,
3 Crunches follow me.
You
Really?
guys want to hear?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
You want to hear a crazy thing? So sorry, take it off the wheel, but Experience Fitness, that reminded me of Experience. I was working so I started this new job, right? And now I'm having to go try every position so I can understand the company.
Yeah.
And I was doing a ride along with the drivers. I walk in, the old operations manager for Experience Fitness Greenfield is standing there, and I'm
Really?
like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "What are you doing here?"
That's
He's like,
crazy.
"I work first shift as a driver," and I was like,
I'm about to be your
"What a
boss.
fucking small fucking world,
Crazy,
though."
dude.
But anyways, so what were we talking about? What was the point I was trying to get?
We recapped weeks. Should we get into these?
Okay,
protein
let's
bars?
get into the
do it.
protein bars, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna
Oh, fuck
review
yeah, dude, I forgot about
bodybuilding.
those.
So we have the David protein bars. So Nick or someone grab that. Lance, can you do me a favor while I'm talking about them? Can you cut them into 4s so we can try?
Oh, okay.
Pick the top 4 flavors. So
Hold
no, we can use that one. They're soft. So I'll hand you this plate. So what flavors do we want to do? Salt.
on. What are we reviewing first? What is
Salt.
All of them.
So that's what I said. So these are the David protein
Yeah,
bars.
yep.
So Fuad hyped these up. I've been seeing them everywhere. Vitamin Shop has them on
They
a big
look
display.
nice. The golden wrap.
I'm seeing them all over Instagram. So
Great
these
macros.
these protein bars. Well, hold on. Let's choose flavors because I'll read the macros while Lance is cutting.
All right, bet.
So salted peanut butter, blueberry pie is a must try. Peanut butter chocolate chunk, fudge brownie, cake batter. Which of those do we want to try 4 of?
Fudge brownie.
Cake batter sounds phenomenal.
Fudge brownie.
Which one do you have, Lance?
Blueberry.
I want the salted
And
caramel,
then-
actually.
We're gonna try. He's gonna cut them into 4s, so we're gonna try them all.
Okay. Damn, that one's purple?
Peanut butter chocolate chunk. You guys into that?
Yeah.
I'd do that one for sure.
Okay.
Okay, one more.
And then cake batter or salted peanut. We already have a peanut
Cake
butter. Let's
batter.
do cake batter.
Yeah,
For
fuck
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so while he's cutting that into 4s, 28 grams of protein and only 150 calories.
What?
What's that? Yeah, Luke can try it. Yep. Cut it into 5s. 0 sugar. So
Zero sugar.
they use sugar alcohol.
Okay.
So there is still some sugar in there. No. There's 5 plates. So just start building plates and then handing them out.
Yeah.
Cut them all
That
real quick.
looks
first.
insane.
Okay,
That looks
back to
insane.
this. So 150 calories, fat 2.5 grams, sodium 200 milligrams, carbs 13 grams, 8 grams of sugar alcohol, and 28 grams of protein.
Got it.
That sounds great.
Ingredients.
I'd have 2 of those.
Yeah, 150 calories.
Yeah.
You could plow 2 of them and like be still
Fine. That's
like,
300 calories.
What are the anabars? Like 500 calories?
No,
That's
like
like-
360.
yeah, those like
360. So you
yeah.
could literally have 2 of
I would
these.
know
I will
that.
say, last night I had a Prime Bite, and I haven't had a Prime Bite in probably over a year.
Dude,
and
I think
bit
I'm
into
allergic.
it,
I
and
think
I'm
was
allergic to
I
those.
immediately thought to myself, I'm like, yo, I would way rather have a David's protein bar over a Prime Bite
Right.
now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
The prime bites.
they're good. And it was that honey glazed donut one flavor, I think.
Oh, that one's
Oh.
so
Whatever
good.
that. It was a good one. It was a good one, but I thought to
I
myself,
just
like,
got-
I would take a David over this.
I just got the cinnamon one again though.
Oh, yeah?
The one that we rated like a 9.8.
I remember that. Yeah.
It still bangs. I
Oh,
put
I
it in the
bet.
microwave for 15 seconds.
oh, I
and
bet it
was
still
like,
bangs for sure.
Holy fuck.
I think
Yeah.
I'm allergic
All
to
right.
it.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, why?
Because
Why?
every time I eat it, I feel like I'm like getting
Take a
real,
bite.
like my throat like closes up. I ain't gonna
Really?
lie.
Take a
Yeah,
bite.
like not even like the fact that I'm choking, but the fact that,
That
there's
was
like
great. Good job, Lance.
saliva just getting stuck in
cut
my
one more.
like.
I know. I
throat.
just gotta open
It's
up
so
more
weird.
space.
You
Grab
did a
one for,
fantastic job cutting
you-
that. By
Yeah,
the way.
that looks
Take
great.
one for each.
That is delicious.
All right, so while he's
And then hand it
handing
to
that
Zach, and I'll
out,
keep going.
That is
ingredients.
crazy.
So protein, milk protein isolate, collagen, whey protein concentrate, egg whites. The binding system, they use glycerin, allulose, soluble corn fiber, cornstarch, soy, lectin. The fat system, modified plant fat. Flavor system, peanut flour, peanut extract, natural and artificial flavor, salt, sucralose, potassium, Dutch processed cocoa powder.
This looks like fudge.
More, or is that
That's
it?
pretty good. No,
Fire.
no, just do the 4.
Good? Okay.
Well, we're just picking the 4 best.
Okay.
So we're gonna try each one of these, and then we'll give them a rating. So keep the wrappers around. So
It's
we
killing you not eating those
I'm
yet,
just
is
touching
it?
it. I'm touching
Just-
it.
just
Looks
hold
good
on,
texture.
just hold on.
Just looking observing.
really good, aren't they?
yeah, we're
Zach,
gonna try
I'm with
all
you.
these. We'll give them a rating.
That's Luke's.
Luke, you want to come grab
They're
this real quick?
sticky.
I know.
So you
It's
can
the
try that
texture
with
you
us?
wouldn't really have expected.
No.
Okay. So one at
It
a
literally
time
is
because we want
fudge.
to. I want to read the flavor and then we'll give it a rating.
Hold
Okay.
on. We all need a cookies and cream. Who needs a cookies and cream?
No,
They need a cookies and cream.
Everybody should have 4.
Yep. Got it.
So let's try cake batter first. Which one was cake
I
batter?
think that's the
very
vanilla
light
one.
Very
This
light
one.
Okay.
All
First
right,
off,
ready to do it.
texture is soft, which I
Yeah.
like.
It's sticky. Yeah, I do like that.
Tastes like cake batter.
Holy shit.
Holy shit is right.
Yeah, pretty
Bro.
150 calories.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It has the
Okay.
flavor where you're chewing it,
Oh yeah.
and as you breathe, it just floods your mouth with flavor.
It's not
Okay.
stuck to my teeth either. That's what
Let's
I was
break it
worried
down
about
like
with the
bodybuilding.
stickiness.
Love the texture.
I will say, texture, 10 out of 10.
Let's break it down like bodybuilding. So texture 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about flavor to cake batter flavor to real cake batter? Like, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go.
I'd say
8.6.
7.5.
I'm gonna go 8.2.
I'll go.
Nice.
I think they did a really good job with the cake batter
Oh,
flavor.
yeah.
8.6. Damn.
I'll go 7-9.
Because there is a little like you taste the allulose a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm also. Oh, never mind. Keep going.
Just enough like
Just
whatever
enough
Good crunch.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
enough crunch to like smoothness.
Overall rating
I'll
8.8.
I'll go 8-2. I'll go 8-2.
I'll go 8.2.
I'm gonna stick with the 8.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Like
then
Okay.
it's so
8.4.
8-4.
8.4.
So
I
we're
think the
averaging
flavor,
like
there's a little bit of an
Mid-8s.
aftertaste, and that's what brought my flavor rating
Yeah,
down
I
for
agree.
sure.
Do we go
Let's
cookies
go
and cream mix or blueberry?
Oh, let's go cookies and cream.
Let's
Let's
go.
blueberry. Clear the palate. Blueberry.
Yeah, let's
Blueberry?
go blueberry.
It's gonna be good.
Oh,
Already. Yeah.
Austin Clement said this is
Wow.
S tier, which means
Yeah, that's
amazing.
This is
I think
S
he
tier for
nailed
sure.
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Just enough blueberry.
Wow.
wow, blueberry cobbler.
High 9.
Holy shit! Yeah, it tastes like
That-
a
9.5.
It tastes like a yogurt bite.
Oh, that's a good.
It does
flavor.
taste like a yogurt bite.
Oh, my
9.5.
God. I might beat you up there, like 9.4.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a very big
Texture is once again
blueberry
10 out of
guy,
10.
so I'm gonna go. Fuck.
It's making my
Texture
mouth
10
water.
out of 10. Flavor
Oh my.
9.2 for sure.
No allulose on that.
No, none.
No, not at all.
That's all blueberry.
What about?
Might even. You know what? No, 9.5 is a damn good score. What am I saying?
There's not really a bad
That's
aftertaste
great.
at all. 10 out of 10. No.
You're going
aftertaste.
9.5 like for overall?
Overall,
That's
I'm
just
going
9.5
9.4.
overall. That out there.
that bang.
9.5 overall for sure.
I want another one.
That's a good protein.
what do I
That's
wanna
a
give it?
protein bar.
Bro,
Nine
you taste-
nine one.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's up there.
You
Meet me up
taste
there.
9.2.
The blueberry like through your nose.
It's
and you're
making
breathing,
my cheeks like water.
That is a
It
little
gives you a little
Go-Gurt
pucker
yogurt
back
bar.
here, dude.
Again, dude, it's
Goddamn.
only 150 calories.
Clement nailed that S tier
Yeah,
rating.
dude.
Yeah, way
Yeah.
to meet us there.
This is, bro. This is gonna be. That was gonna be hard
Alright,
to
can we
beat.
do the
Cream
fudge one next?
I want to save the fudge.
Are
for
you
the
sure
end.
this is
I
cookies and
reckon
cream? Was there
Yeah.
cookies and cream?
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, that looks like it.
No, what's the flavor?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
You
cookie dough.
announced
This is cookie dough.
Cookie
Yeah,
dough.
it's no.
That
Something
one's
cookie.
is it?
That's the blueberry.
Yep.
It's
Fudge brownie or peanut butter? Yeah, it's peanut butter chocolate chunk or fudge brownie.
Oh, it's not.
So
the
this
cookie
is
dough
the
one.
peanut butter.
Smells like
chocolate
peanut
chunk.
butter chocolate chunk.
Yeah,
The peanut butter isn't really prominent. Not really doing it for me.
yeah, you're right.
There's a little peanut crunch in there.
Yeah, but that blueberry one got me, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we're gonna keep that a 9.5.
I will say
tell
I
you
do
what.
love that they add the little crunches to all.
do.
of them.
I
I
feel
can
like
taste
it's
the peanut butter at the end.
No.
There's more of it.
These are actual peanut chunks that are crunches. Mm-hmm. It's not that other stuff.
I'm probably going to get that one like a 7.4.
They do put little like waffle balls in there.
I'm gonna go 8.5.
I think the peanut butter.
8.2.
It has more of a nutty peanut
that's good.
flavor instead of a peanut butter smooth flavor. You know what
The
I'm
more
saying?
as I chew through, the more peanut I got.
Yeah.
8.2.
8.5.
I'd give that one an 8 because I didn't get enough the creamy peanut butter
Yeah.
flavor.
Right.
It was very just peanutty.
I give it a 7.4.
Fudge brownie.
7-8.
7.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I expect a lot from peanut butter flavors.
Has a
man.
nice little salty taste to it.
Yeah.
No, this one's good.
Fudge brownie's good.
No.
Oh.
I like that it's not too brownie.
Still got the crunch.
150
Definitely
calories.
got dark chocolate vibes to it for sure.
But like, you know what I mean? You got to factor in that you're getting that much flavor
And
with those
150
macros
calories.
in a protein bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, man.
Well done.
What's
David.
that one over there?
Well done.
He
This one, Aaron gets.
The boy's right.
I'm going to leave one for.
Chop it into 6.
This is just salted peanut butter. So, based on their original peanut butter flavor of that one, I think this
but
one
what
would
if
be
it's
like,
better?
Fudge, I'm gonna go 9.3.
I think I'm going to go like...
Really?
Yeah,
I'm going
gonna
to
go
8.8.
That banged.
8.8, yeah. Yeah,
Jinx,
8.8.
you only
I'll go
have
9.3.
That crunchiness and the fudge flavor.
Like an 8.4.
8.4.
Wow. I'll go 9.3, man.
You're a man of high regard. I respect it.
All right. That was fun. David Protein Bars.
You guys
fucking kill it.
Hey,
fucking,
man.
that's a
On
damn good
Instagram,
protein
Gun
bar.
to your head, David Protein Bar, Prime Bite. What are you taking? Out of those flavors we had.
Well, I would die if I had the
David's
Prime
up there with
Bites,
the Anabars for me for sure.
Yeah. sure.
Dude, is that better than Anabar?
I'm not
For
gonna-
150
calories?
for the
Yeah.
calories,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
But
for
if we're
sure.
going just straight flavors, not like ingredients and calories fixated in,
Anabar.
I'm still gonna go Anabar.
I agree.
But those are
They
are
dude,
fucked.
they have a monster cookie like
I tried
pretzel
that one.
Oh, so
I
good.
bought it like a week ago.
Oh,
so
I
good.
thought
We
that
tried
was
it
like
on
a
the
real
podcast.
candy bar.
there's a
We
new
had
one.
the monster cookie one on the pod.
There was a
God.
new one called the Fluffer Nutter or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
marshmallow. and
dropping
peanut
yeah,
butter.
yeah.
crazy flavor.
I will
Oh,
say
dude.
though that blueberry one specifically can
That one's my
rival
favorite.
any bar,
Totally.
anywhere, any
Totally.
day.
Okay, 2 shout outs. So at David Protein on Instagram, they are that's where you can find these David bars. And then Vitamin Shop, who we've shouted out and they've shared our stuff before, but
No
Vitamin
way.
Shop is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Dude, they have so many good
If
stuff.
you want a protein snack,
They have everything.
you're paying a little bit of money, but you go in there and they have like the Greenfield one has the wall of snacks.
Yeah.
It's the wall.
Unreal.
dude.
And
It's the
I
wall.
I go in there ripped and I'm like,
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
all protein snacks that taste like candy bars,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're just like
Those
don't feel
protein
as
pretzels
bad.
I had were fucking fire.
Protein pretzels, the
know, it's a
Quest
vibe.
chips.
Doing the Quest chips with like a Canada Dry, like sugar free by the pool.
You know
on a
what's
hot day.
fucking fire is
Yeah.
the Quest chips walking tacos.
Yeah,
I've had
ones
those,
are
Done
good.
that.
I
Just
had
throw
the
some
Verdes
grilled beef
also
and-
ones.
Sometimes
Those ones
go
are
to,
the real Cool Ranch Dorito.
sometimes go to Vitamin Shop when you want to get like a quick snack and you
And
go
a
to
drink.
protein.
I always get a drink.
Yeah,
too.
it makes it like you're there longer because you're getting now you have the crazy selection that they have
Yeah.
of drinks and snacks.
I'll just be reading
I'll,
the
I'll
back
be there
of,
for
like, a
10
ton of
minutes.
them.
I'll be there for
Yeah.
10 minutes, bro.
Yep.
You
Every
know what I'm
time.
saying? Oh man, it's tough.
I'm trying to get high again.
Yeah.
Right now. Anyways, at David Protein, we're done with snack time. We're gonna move on. We're gonna do our first ever Nationals review.
Pro Watch, baby. Pro Watch.
Yeah, we're gonna do Pro Watch. Everybody put their judging goggles on.
All right, guys.
I need my
bifocals.
All right,
You got laser
we're
eye
about to
surgery, you're
recap
good.
just
They butchered
the
it.
who turned pro at Junior USA's last week. We're going to go over bikini, wellness, men's physique, classic, and bodybuilding overall winners and who owned their pro card. Pop it up, show you guys what we're looking at. Kind of just get excited for the season. So nobody's really doing this at a national level besides one other person that I kind of know of in terms of like how we want to approach it. So yeah, it's just more so, hey, this is something that
and we
just want to try.
We want to give some of these people. I mean, we don't have a huge following yet.
No.
But we're growing, and people think about we talk a lot of bodybuilding. So I want to give some of these guys a chance to be seen by our fans.
These
at
are up
least.
and
I totally
comers.
agree.
These are up and comers. So we're gonna shout out everybody at
Just like we are.
we're gonna do national reviews from here through the summer.
And
so
this was
we're gonna go ahead.
no, I was gonna say this was requested by the listener.
Yeah, oh yeah. We actually give. I
This
forgot
was-
who sent it in, but shout out to whoever it was. They said we want to hear more of like NPC level bodybuilding talk.
Yep.
So give some of the smaller fish a chance to be on a podcast and talked about, and then we might even bring some of these guys on for future guests as we go and plan guests. But
I mean,
anyways,
it feels good, man. Speaking from like experience, these
Right.
people, I mean, it gives them an opportunity to like actually.
and we're going to treat it from our point of view like
Yeah.
a judging
Yeah.
situation. Like we want to talk, how do they look? What do we think?
We're not bringing up just Instagram. We're just going
Right.
over what we saw, what was presented on
These
stage.
are raw pictures
So
from the actual
let's get into
website.
it.
so-
starting
Yeah,
with,
so-
do you want to
let's
start with
go.
bikini and then go to
No.
bodybuilding? Or
I was going to start with
bodybuilding?
men's bodybuilding. So it's the smallest class. As you can see, there was only like 3
Damn.
total competitors.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we're not gonna do every division or every class of every division. We're just gonna do the overalls. So we have Tyrell Bailey.
Yep.
So we'll click on here.
Take us to photos right away.
Yep.
And you got a screen
He's got a
recording.
sick
Holy
physique,
Yep.
dude.
Screen
shit.
recording.
All right, here we go.
So
his
first off,
his front
first
relaxed.
thought shape,
Nasty.
Nuts.
Yeah.
nuts, no waist.
Look at those legs.
Yeah, legs look great. I think he was the lightweight, right?
He used middle heavy.
Can we get a front double?
Yep. So
No,
we'll get
he
a front
was
double.
light heavyweight. Dude, he got a very clean aesthetic, a very clean physique. I mean, he's fucking hard. He's peeled. I saw him on stage.
Wow.
I was sitting probably like third row behind the judges, and he was very hard to take your eyes off of.
Yep.
Fantastic bodybuilder, man. So shout out Tyrell.
Look how small that
Not
waist
just a light
looks.
heavyweight win, but
If
the
he
overall
can
win.
keep that shape.
Side chest looks pretty good. Needs shoulders, chest. The shape looks great, but overall needs growth.
Just
needs-
yeah.
but that shape is there, absolutely.
It's going to be a dominant shot for you eventually, for sure.
I think those legs are gonna look ridiculous.
I agree.
Once
Yeah.
that size comes in.
Back
Wow, yeah.
peeled.
He's
Look
really
at those
lean.
hamstrings.
Hamstrings are peeled again.
Legs
Now
look
he
great.
needs that density. But look
I'd
at those.
say he-
Look at the arms from the back. My God.
Yeah, I feel like
Triceps.
his limbs are really overpowering here compared to his back. He
Yeah.
has a really good mid back thickness, but he needs a little bit more of the detail and thickness around the rhomboids, Terry's upper lat
Yeah.
region.
Yep.
But fuck, that's gonna be a good back in the
His legs
IFBB,
are
bro.
nuts.
Yeah, those
Shredded.
Yeah, diced.
That looks awesome.
dude.
I want to see one more
He was
shot.
impressive
here.
on stage, man.
I want to see the side try.
He's got some white teeth.
Do we have that? Most muscular, obviously, you can see
Yeah.
some of the gaps a little
Yep.
bit, just like growing into IFBB level.
But just great structure as a whole.
Yeah. Let's see.
Damn.
I want to see. Oh, they don't have a side try or anything. Damn it.
I want to know how much he weighed, but he was light heavyweights.
All right.
All right, next one.
But he won the overall, so
Yeah, he looks great.
I want to
Great.
take a look at second place because was it top 2 that won?
Bless you.
Bless you.
no, for bodybuilding, it
think
was
it's just
just
the
it's
overall.
confusing
Just
because look
overall.
at it says overall
Yeah.
winner, but doesn't say earned pro card.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them say that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it says
Right there.
for every other division
Figure, look to the
earned
right.
pro card.
Oh, maybe they didn't think he was
Yeah.
ready.
I was
Oh yeah.
No, well, the
I
thing
see what
about
you're
it-
saying.
But also at junior nationals, you can't earn a pro card in bodybuilding at junior nationals.
Oh, he did earn it. Look at he's right here. He
Oh,
earned
because
it.
he earned it in classic.
He
Yeah,
earned
that's
it
right.
in classic. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Good
so
for
he
him.
competed
That's
as
smart. That's
light heavies and classic, but still went
Okay,
pro.
so that's Tyrell Bailey.
Oh yeah, good.
Fucking
That's a
sick.
huge dub
Sick.
as an amateur.
Wins
You win.
overall bodybuilding and overall
That's
men's
crazy.
classic.
At Junior
Okay, so
USA.
knowing that he's classic now, that's a great classic
Yeah.
physique. He's gonna
Wow.
do great.
Yeah.
He needs to just put on a little size, and he'll be pro ready.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine that feat, bro. That's huge.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get off open bodybuilding. There was only 4 athletes, so we're gonna move past that and get into classic because I think we're gonna see some cool physiques here. So we're gonna go on to Jean Carlos de Paris
Do you want to do the
Caprice.
Bigolini, or should we start? Yeah, okay.
Start
with the overall winner.
Sorry, I didn't see that up there.
Mark Vasilenko.
Mark Vasilenko. What do we got here?
Yes.
That's a terrible first.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Front lat.
Here we go.
Damn.
Wow.
Dang.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Look, legs.
That's
First off, first reaction, legs. Look at his fucking quads.
So
Look at
detailed.
those packs.
Thick, detailed, round pecs. Yeah.
arms could come up a little bit. To
That's a
match
great
that.
shot on him.
That's a great shot.
Holy shit.
Arms are a little weak.
His arms look big in that shot.
No, they look like they need a little more size there.
This shot's a little. I'd say
angle.
he needs lat
I
width
think
for
he's-
sure. He needs more limbs,
That's a great
but I think it's a
structure.
great shot
He's
overall.
peeled. I
Yeah.
mean,
He
look at
looks
his side leg.
terrific.
Side leg looks great.
The
Look at
lat's
his
just
lat.
hanging there,
Yeah. Lat tied into the oblique. That's
That is-
Nice, dude.
that's a
Yeah,
sick
wow.
shot.
That does expose his
Side
arm
chest.
size a little bit more, though.
Side chest looks great. Chest.
Weird
that
delts.
up.
Hold
That's
on, look at
nasty.
that diet face.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's a
That's
crazy
crazy.
dive
Those
face.
rear delts.
But I will say, man, that side chest, not there we go.
Hold on, he's pulling it in.
That side
Oh,
chest is going to be a
didn't get it
mean
at the
side
peak.
chest.
I hate
Get
how
to
they
the back.
take pictures of them just transitioning.
If he could roll that shoulder back a little bit and stand a little taller, I think it would look sick.
I just think it needs
Leaning
more
forward
size.
more.
But that quad sweep
That
is
leg is
nuts.
ridiculous.
Those arms do need to really
Yeah.
come up though.
He needs more size for the arms in that one.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
a sick shot.
Very
That's
detailed.
Great
dense.
shot. Yeah. That's
Very
that back
detailed.
shot is
Look at his
crazy.
hamstring.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. So his 3/4 or like what is this? The 3/4 turn or whatever.
Yeah, 3/4
Looks
turn
great.
back elbow.
Yeah.
The Arnold pose.
Arnold
for people
pose,
who-
yeah.
But I'm just saying from the 3/4
a good
side,
shot.
He is
looks
fucking
great.
peeled.
That's
Hamstrings are
crazy. See,
gnarly.
You don't think his arms look big there?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
look
they
big
do.
from the
They look
back,
good.
but from the front,
Look at his tricep there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tyrell, dude, had a huge
Yeah.
tricep though. That's
I'd say
where I'm
biggest thing he
seeing
needs
the
to work
lack.
on from the back is
There it is.
glutes, adductors,
That's
heel,
peeled.
like those
That's
arms.
peeled.
crazy.
Wow.
It's going to be a
there
little
was
hard,
no
though.
lack of being shredded.
It's going to be a little hard getting wider in this shot, though, because he's got very narrow clavicles.
If he can just get some lat thickness though,
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
some
That detail
hangers
in the
there.
lower
So
back.
as those lats get bigger, dude, that's going to be pretty dominant.
Holy
but
shit!
His lower back is dug.
Grainy.
His back, he's
Grainy.
peeled.
Yeah.
mind you guys, this guy just turned pro. This
Is
is
he?
national
This
level.
is the overall winner.
This
I mean, this is national level fucking shred.
Yes, yes.
This could be could be the leanest guy in the show right now. The most
It's like
peeled.
yeah, there's a lot of
crazy
good
looking
condition
physique,
in the show.
There is a lot of potential in that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
lot of
All
potential.
right.
That was
So
Mark Vasilenko.
Hell of a
that was
fucking-
the
Mark
overall winner.
Vasilenko.
Hell of a
Yep.
showing.
Let's show the other other pros for classic.
Yep. We'll go through if my computer will move here.
Jean Carlos. Joe Deutsch.
All right. Classic. All right. So next we got the John Carlos guy. Let's take a look if their website loads.
Buglioni.
Yeah. I think their site's crashed. Oh, okay. There we go.
It's
He's round. He's round.
Great front.
Let me click here.
I do think he can set his
I think
I
legs
we're-
forget
down
what
just a
class
little
he was in at first, but
He looks short.
yeah.
Not as peeled as the first guy, but still looks
bit.
good.
Wow, look at
Pretty
those
lean.
biceps though, full as fuck.
It's a little different in that pose. I mean, he looks great, but like
It looks
you
like he's a
kinda see
little
the-
stuck. Like his shoulder's
Yeah.
a little stuck. Like he needs to bring it around more.
I think his legs, he put a lot of new muscle on his legs.
Great
Good
shot.
quarter turn.
Great
But
shot.
he's got the density up top that doesn't match on bottom.
His hamstrings look
Super
great.
small waist.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But I think it's a really good physique. Wow, look at
shot.
that hamstring.
Arm looks a little weak
Little
there. That's where you
flat.
see that it's like not super rounded.
Yeah. He's got great chest though hanging there. Look
Yeah.
at
Yeah, he does.
that. Hamstrings.
Hamstrings are dug out.
Thick.
Glutes are a little soggy, but
Thick back, dude.
I think it just needs more muscle there.
Yeah, it probably just needs
That back
more
is
overall
great.
muscle.
That back is
Very
fantastic.
thick.
The tattoos, man.
Yeah. They are kind of distracting. But not crazy, man. I've seen much
Abs,
worse.
bro. Look at that.
Abs and thigh.
Very symmetrical abs. For
That's
him
a
to do,
great shot.
Oh, sorry.
I think he's got to put on a lot of size to meet his cap, though, in the pro league
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
He's got to really fill that.
I mean,
out
it
too,
seems like they're
probably.
rewarding the people that are like,
It's conditioning.
you know,
Conditioning
dicks
is
get
seems,
peeled.
yeah. I mean, that's how it's got to be. You got to show you can have.
I mean,
that.
you know, these guys aren't really going to have that pro size yet, so you have
No, I
to
agree.
reward more
Yeah.
conditioning. That's a
It's-
great shot
It's
there.
it's rare. The guys, yeah, I know.
Unless
I
you're a
think-
freak.
I
like-
think a little
Yeah.
posing help, and he can pose that body a little
Yeah,
bit better.
yeah.
But in the pro
I
league,
agree.
he'll get that for sure.
Bro, posing
I'm
at a
good.
national level show, man, is so
It's
important.
very
boys.
important.
It's so
Crazy.
important.
Look at Derek Lunsford there.
Did you see that update with Derek next to Samson?
I did.
Yeah,
Derek
Whoa.
looks huge.
yeah. Derek is looking big, but Samson's
What?
arms were.
I don't think Derek's looking at that. Samson is way overpowering him.
Oh, dude.
In that photo next to each other in the red shirts.
When they were, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Samson was overpowering him for sure.
Well, we gonna have to wait and find out.
Well, let's get into it real quick.
All right, Patrick Ennis.
Let's
Patrick
get it.
Ennis.
Oh, I know this guy.
Um,
So Patrick competed at
We
a
said-
few shows that I did
Is
last
it still in
year.
the classic division?
yep, we're gonna do the top 5, and then
Okay.
we'll move on.
So this was really confusing me because when I was at the show, I was watching finals for Classic,
Yeah.
and top 2 of each class were going pro, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's got to be the same for men's physique," and it's only top 3 overall for men's physique, but top 2 here go pro.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he
It's
competed
pretty lean.
at a few
Hair.
shows with me
Lean.
last year.
Yeah, he's got
He
a
gets
lot of
very
hair still.
conditioned.
Yeah,
Really
lean
nice
for
guy.
sure.
Look at those veins. Jesus. Yeah,
He's full as a house, man.
Look at that. That's a good shot there. The biceps are really full.
I mean, he needs to bring up his lower body a ton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially and the arms, dude.
Yeah.
I think
Arms, yeah, limbs just need overall size.
Yeah.
Quad needs. Yeah, you're.
I don't know how close he is to his classic weight cap, but let's say he's 10 pounds away. That's
I mean-
10 pounds away from a much
well, you got to think.
improved physique, but also he could be right there, which is why I don't know because I
No, you got to
peeled
think
from
he
that.
just gained 10. If he went pro, which he did,
right.
he just gained another 10, 12 pounds to his weight cap. So
yeah, true. I think a
So
lot of
what
that's
he
going
needs
to
to
go
do
to
for
your
the
legs.
next level is got to go legs and back.
Yeah, arms too, man.
Arms.
Size.
Yeah, just all.
He's
around.
hard, bro. Look how
He
hard
looks
he is.
great, though,
yeah.
Very
Shit.
detailed.
He can
Grainy.
get fucking peeled.
Yeah.
Hamstrings.
I noticed
I've
everyone
been
has
very impressed.
everyone has pretty decent back shots.
Yeah. I've been
Blue's
pretty
gotta come up
impressed
with
with.
some.
That's
That's a great
That's a
back
good
shot.
shot.
Man, he gets
Peeled.
peeled, bro. He gets
Look
peeled.
at those skills.
Fuck. Look at those lat veins.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I want to see the front
Whoa,
double.
look at his
There
hands.
it is. If he
That-
could hold that vacuum,
I think
Yeah.
that was a shit.
I think that was
photo.
probably the bad photo. Yeah.
There we go. That looks a
I
little
don't know.
better.
We'll see.
If he could get that vacuumed in, I think that
Yeah.
shot would
I think
look
that
sick.
pose has got to change.
He
Or
looks
just
very
work.
he looks very narrow.
Yeah, he is very narrow. He's got to get wider for sure.
Yeah.
Get wider.
Do it.
He looks shredded. I mean, look at these veins. Like
Yeah,
everything
he's
is
everywhere.
saran wrapped.
I will say
That's
he,
sick though. Good job.
he was probably one of the
Yeah.
most conditioned.
That was
I gonna
Patrick
say, he's
Ennis.
up there. Look at his chest is just popping veins.
Let's go back. We'll do one more for
This is fun. I like this.
Angel Martinez. This is the. I don't know if this is in order, but we're just picking the top 5 on this list. So we'll do Angel, and then we'll move on to men's physique. But
Yeah.
here we got
Oh,
Angel.
now we're talking.
I like
let's
this
Get
physique.
this
Yeah, that looks
front
great.
double. Front double looks great.
Good
Vacuum looks awesome.
Posing isn't bad. Got a nice little classicness to it.
Yeah. Lat thickness would make, like, as he grows, if these can get just to
Yeah.
fucking here,
Yep, yep.
Yep.
that shot's going to look crazy with how little
His
that waist
arms
is.
are not bad.
Yeah.
I will say he's got to work
Abs
on
and thigh looks
abs,
good.
though.
Midsection is
He's got to have a little bit more depth to his abs for
Oh,
sure.
I don't know why I right clicked. Sorry.
got a nice side chest.
Hamstrings from the side need to grow.
Need
Overall,
Side-
he needs to improve.
Side leg looks like he needs
His
some
posing
growth.
there could
That's
be a little better. He's
that's
showing way too
multiple
much
years
gaps.
away from going
Shoulders.
on
got-
the
he-
stage.
What is pro card?
I will say I
mean,
wasn't. I mean, I forgot what class he was in, but
I mean, we
thought
do have
there-
to
I was expecting a little bit more like
look
Back
at that.
looks
though.
good.
What the
heavy
fuck?
hitters.
Back looks good.
Yeah,
So
That's
no more
best
back.
pose.
his shoulders look huge in the back. Why did they not look like that in the side chest?
I think it's because he's got big front and
Wow.
rear delt. I think
Jesus,
he
that
needs bigger
doesn't even
side
look the same
delt.
shoulder.
I'd say that's his best pose.
That is a great pose. He looks great
Fantastic
there.
pose.
He
I do think he
needs-
can
he
maybe
needs
push
legs,
back
though,
that
like
leg a
we've
little
been
more.
So instead of doing
That's
back,
crazy.
just
My God.
maintain this back and then bring legs up,
And then you're gonna be
arms up,
nasty.
and then it's going to be nasty.
I do think he could get a little more lats.
he can vacuum like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, see,
Front lat will look great
Yeah. Give
if
him
this
some more
once
lats
again
there,
goes like
yeah.
here. Yeah.
And bigger arms, bigger delts too. Like fuck, that's
But with
nasty.
that vacuum and that waist, it's going to look crazy.
I'd say overall his feet. He has to complete himself more
Right.
for that to be you know, how we're describing it.
Right. All right. Well, that was Angel Morales.
Yeah, he looks great there.
All right. We're going to go to men's physique now. So we got Garrison Smith. So we only have 3 pro card owners here, so we'll take a look at all 3 of them. One of them being Nick's athlete.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to get right
Garrison
into
looks
it.
great, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck yeah.
crazy. I
saw
That's
him,
a
like,
great
yeah.
men's physique fucking build.
First off, yeah.
Huge chest.
Who?
Shoulders
He
are
reminds me of
Small
someone.
ass waist.
No waist, big shoulders, big chest. Look at that bicep
Round as
thickness.
shit.
That's crazy.
That is a perfect
huge
frame.
arms. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
He kind of gives me,
You
in
keep
terms
growing,
of arms and
that's-
chest, or in terms of arms and delts, he gives me Corey Morris vibes.
Once those arms,
but not
Look
Corey,
at
but
that,
not
dude.
Corey
Look
Morris
at how
like abdominal
round
vibes.
Biceps are.
Yeah.
once those arms blow up more, holy
Yeah.
shit, that's
As
gonna be
he
He already
fills
had,
that
look
in,
at how
I mean,
thick
that's
this
I
bicep
know,
is.
but like once he
Yeah.
like blows out to a pro level size,
Yeah.
he's gonna be.
That's a great physique.
Shorts are tight, shorts are high. That
Yep.
looks good.
See, that's a good height. I like that height.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
still get to see the
maybe you
wheels.
know what? Even if he had a little bit bigger legs, I think that could make
It would
his
look very
physique
dominant.
Look much
Full
better.
as shit.
I want to see that back.
Yeah,
I know, I'm trying.
I'm getting a little nervous about it because his front lats don't really look.
No, his back is
I
really
think
good.
he's
Look at
got
how
a good
thick that
back.
lat is.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great.
His
shot.
back is really good.
Let's see it.
He was a
I'm
clear
getting there,
overall
I'm
winner,
getting
bro.
there.
He looks crazy from the front.
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's there.
Look at
I
those
do think he
thick
could use a little
fucking
more
lats,
lats.
dude.
Yeah.
What do you need to see more
I
tricep?
think he could
More
use
tricep.
More belly in the tricep?
Yeah. This needs to
It needs
close.
to expand more.
And just
Yeah.
get wider and
but the
thicker in
detail
back.
is there. That's
Everything is
detail.
there,
He
dude.
needs
The more
more-
tissue he brings
more
to that
traps.
back, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
I was
a
gonna say.
crazy shot.
More rear delt for sure, but
Yeah.
it was the most dominant back in the entire show for sure.
But these front shots are
Look terrific.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say a couple years away from being a
Beast.
competitive pro.
What's his name?
Could be a beast.
Garrison
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
Fucking
Got some
way
serious
to bring
fucking
it.
Yeah,
potential. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Those front shots are ready. Like it's
Those
just,
look great.
just a couple back.
All right, Pat
improvements.
Jackson.
All right, Nick's client.
There we go.
We got Big Pat.
Big
How tall is this dude again?
6'5".
That is fucking insane.
I fucking had to fill him.
Yeah, I
He's a
saw
big
your
boy.
You
story.
see how stretched his obliques are right there, bro? Do you see like kind of just how they look thick and stretched even though he's conditioned?
Yeah.
I had to push so much fucking food in him.
That's crazy.
It's like you could just even his abs filled out. His abs would get so flat.
Yeah, you can see how shredded he is. That's
He's
sick.
got great front lats.
He could have came in a
Yeah.
little bit drier.
Yeah, he looks great.
Yeah, arms, shoulders for pro league.
His chest was the
Chest.
biggest improvement.
What do you think he
needed.
needs to improve to get to a high
Shoulders,
level?
Everything.
arms.
He needs to put on another 15 pounds.
Yeah.
I love that shot or the shot he transitions.
Yeah, I want to see it.
A little bit better ab control there
Crunch.
for sure.
Yeah,
That's something that him.
there it
That's-
is.
There,
Okay.
nice.
That's better.
Okay.
I still think he could do it a little bit more, but man, look how symmetrical he is. in
That looks pretty fucking shredded. It
Yeah.
looks
Oh, yeah.
symmetrical. Everything's
If you
shiny.
could get those to pop a little
Maybe
more,
get that
yeah.
tricep.
Also,
shred,
considering
like,
how much
push down
food is
hard.
in that stomach, too.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It was kind of hard to keep him full, and come on, open up. He does
There it
pinch.
goes.
There it is.
See, he could have been a little bit harder from the back for sure too. There now, where's it going? There we go.
Okay.
So crunched up.
So
on the right
he
side.
was
Just more density over
More
my
density
analysis
overall.
of his my analysis of his back during peaking was
Got a knot right here. Could have gotten some work done.
for sure,
Yeah.
and that's something that him and I both had discussed.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You can see it's pinching his strap.
But that's just
Whereas-
because there's so much thickness there, probably, because he's got a.
Yeah,
thick-ass
it's just
back.
like do your, that's the importance of body work though.
He
Is like
does
when you're
have to
doing
get
a
better
show,
knowing.
like you can
Yeah.
see this is pinched up, so
Crazy
then it's
how much
causing
it
this
helps.
Yep.
this trap to crunch, whereas this one's wide
All
open.
that posing, yeah.
His
And
lower
his
back
shoulder, look how elevated it is. Look
Yeah.
at this line.
Yeah, that trap.
It's real tough there.
And it's only because we can see this in a photo, but like that's just these are the small details.
It
Yeah.
opens up as you go through photos.
Yeah, it's
Because
not.
the one
I
before
guarantee
that
it's
he kinda
not.
was.
You can see the knot.
You can
There,
see
that's
his
a
arm
little
length,
better, but
too.
still.
But
One
look
arm
at-
is a lot
look-
higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It caught because I see it in my own check-in
Yeah.
photos
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm getting real rough. This shoulder will be so elevated, and it's usually this fucking muscle right
not
here.
there, yeah.
A common
Because you see,
thing-
look how full this
Yeah.
trap
Look
is.
at the lat
and
size
that right
from the
side,
left.
that right
Guys,
side
this
hard
is
to
the
fill up.
importance of fucking body work.
Body
I
work.
mean,
Yes.
look
Pay
how
your people, dude.
Yeah.
that could be the
Stay
difference
healthy.
between like first place and
That's a little better there.
as
if
we
there's
zoom
some
out,
more,
you can
yeah.
still
And
see
then
it.
it starts to
though.
pinch.
Yeah.
So I will say, dude, that is a lot of guys get lazy
Look
with
at that,
body
though.
work over the preps, the entirety of the prep. As
I'm
they
not
get
saying
lower.
lazy. It's just you
No,
might
I'm just
forget
saying
about it
I
in
was,
the-
dude. I
yeah.
was too. Like I got lazy with body work, and then I had to really it was affecting my posing.
Right.
You know, so
Oh,
but
yeah. Remember when
yeah.
we posed that top line
Yes.
and I was like, bro, you
Yeah.
can't even get that
I
trap
know.
to open.
Yeah. So with him, he got it done near the end of prep, but it should have been like incorporated sooner.
Yeah.
So that it could be more comfortable because things like that can take a little bit to work themselves out. But
Right. Front shot looks great.
he's a tough one to fill, man.
He's just a big guy. I mean, that's going to always be a challenge.
A little bit about Pat. He's been going for his pro card since 2013.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
for him to
just,
stick with it.
He just turned 35 last week.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
And
bro.
So he's been going for his pro card since 2013. He was with
Pat Jackson.
another coach
What's
for
his-
a good amount of time.
What's his Instagram? P-Jax?
P-Jax Fit, I think, something like that.
P-Jax
Nice.
Fit.
Yeah. We can throw it up in this
One
one,
more?
but
Yeah.
this is my second show with him, man, and I was really pleased with it. He was a lot better than
Roddy Coleman.
NPC Nationals.
We got Roddy Dolman, not Coleman.
This is Taylor
Oh,
Morris,
my
dude.
Yeah, this is Taylor's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Taylor's
looked
guy.
great.
Roddy's
Yeah.
great,
He's a
man.
tall dude.
Yeah, you guys
He's
can-
very nice.
Another tall
He's
guy.
got great structure, man.
Great
Yeah.
structure.
That is perfect right
Small
there.
waist.
Just needs a bigger
Yeah.
chest.
Roddy is the one that beat.
I'd
I'd
Drake
say
in
his
Drake's class.
conditioning was a little less than the other guys.
He could be a little harder in the midsection, but,
but
I
it
mean,
look overall
Great
shape looks
structure,
great.
yeah.
His
Yeah.
back is really dominant.
yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see
Just
that
watch.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
There it is.
Now look at his
There's
mid traps
difference.
and upper traps here,
Yeah.
bro.
Wow.
Look at
Whoa, what do you said? Hold on. You said earlier that was the best back in the show. This is the best
This
back
is the best
in the
back
show.
in the show.
no, it was.
Sure.
I think it's the best back
Yeah.
in the show for sure. But in terms of completeness, yeah,
Yeah.
I can agree.
I
with
was
you
gonna
now
say
that-
that first place
Yeah.
guy had the
That's
best
all
front
the way
shot.
I
by
will say
far.
so. Now that I'm seeing it right now, yeah, I can agree.
Yeah.
with that.
His
That's
lower
all the way
lats.
through.
There's a
That's-
difference
Yeah.
between
There.
like,
balanced as shit. Triceps are connecting to the lat.
Yeah.
Like,
So I will say,
delts look great.
I think Roddy had it from the back for sure. I just think he kind of lost it in the front.
Look at how
to get to
low
first
that
place
lat
spot.
connects to his
Yeah,
lower
that's
back.
a dominant
bro.
back.
Yeah.
That back's not losing.
Well,
at his
and what I'm
arms,
saying
bro.
is this gap. Look how wide. There's
Yes,
no
that
gap
is-
here.
Look at
That's
that chunk of meat just
crazy.
hanging from the
Yeah.
hip.
Once again, tricep
Look at his
importance.
triceps, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Quad sweep. That looks great in the
It's
shorts.
gonna be. How old is he?
Roddy's probably in his mid 30s,
Okay.
maybe late 20s. I'm not entirely sure. I just met him last.
so
year.
that first
crazy.
place guy definitely won the front shot.
Yeah, I agree.
But this back
Yeah,
was
dude.
fucking sick.
That's a
That's a
crazy
good shot.
that
Yeah,
shot, he's
I
got
like
to turn a
that
little
shot.
bit more.
If he can bring this
nasty.
lat around a little bit more just to show it off.
Still, yeah, great.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy, pro.
Fucking sick.
Taylor did really good with him, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks awesome.
His back is so impressive.
Yeah. He hides the waist really well.
Those obliques could be a little.
Now imagine that front
straight
pose.
dicey.
No, yeah,
That's
I
a great
agree.
shot.
Like detailed, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, chest thick.
Yeah.
Oh, pro league, chest thickness, arm thickness, back looks
Yeah,
great.
we're judging this
It'll
based
just-
off of like what they need to bring at the pro level
I just think
too.
roundness
Yeah.
overall, and it's gonna be nasty.
He's,
He looks like he's got the potential for the round.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boy. That back is
Fucking
very
sick.
impressive.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do 2 women's classes. So we're gonna do women's wellness, which had 2 pro card winners, and then we're gonna do bikini, which I think had 4. So we don't have a ton more to do.
Yep.
But we'll hit
get
the
into it.
wellness girls.
Where
I'm excited for the wellness overall.
Madison,
they did have, I think only one girl turned pro. No, 2 girls did.
2 girls. So I just said.
Yeah, they did fit model at this show too.
small waist.
Try to find
Small waist.
Great
Find
delts.
a whole shot.
I'm gonna try it. They have her zoomed in. We'll look at the back shot first. Glutes, hamstrings. She could be a little more shredded, I think.
She's not really set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a mid.
But you would
pose.
start
Oh,
seeing
there it
it.
is.
There we go.
Yep.
that's a great shot.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Those are really well developed glutes.
I will.
As I say, great
Nick-
ratio.
Callie is gonna dominate a physique like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is.
The one that
Callie-
did Detroit.
From
Callie-
Detroit.
What's her name?
Oh,
Callie.
Kelly.
Callie?
Yeah,
Centaur.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's a lot. I'm sorry
know.
that
That's
we're
side-
doing this during
Did
the
you
review.
see-
No,
her
I'm
most
agreeing
recent
with you,
check-ins?
boys. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it this morning. They looked fucking awesome.
She's gonna. That's a great shot.
But
She's
it's a
got
good
great
shot.
legs.
It's a
But I'm
good
telling
shot.
you,
Legs.
but-
I don't want to take anything away from
No,
it, but
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying
This is a great
she
physique.
matched up when she stood next to Martin's
Yeah.
wife or girlfriend or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was the same size.
But what I'm saying is like,
No,
would
we're not
she
having
beat
this
her
debate
every day?
again.
No. I'm not even bringing that up.
Yeah.
I'm saying, would Kelly or Callie She's a great competitor. Would she beat her every day? Absolutely. But like what I'm thinking, where she's gonna have the biggest struggle with is the girls somewhere in between
There it
them.
is.
It's a great
That's what I'm
shot.
saying.
That's a great shot.
Good shot.
I think
Super
overall-
small waist.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
got good structure for it.
I wanna see
Great
a side
structure,
leg.
dude.
She poses well.
She adds more tissue to those quads. That's going to be that's an awesome physique.
She does have shoulders too, which is very important.
That's a great side.
Yeah, overall size.
That's
like,
a great
could be-
side glute.
It doesn't need to be anywhere specific. It's just kind of like to overall.
This is a very
Just
well
keep
shaped.
growing the same way.
I mean, that structure's there. She just
That's
needs that
very,
size.
that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Callie. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
She's,
she'd smoke all day.
That's a great shot.
Yeah,
that's
it's a good shot.
Great side shot.
Who is this? This was Madison Conval. She looks great.
Looks great.
Congratulations. Pro card. Sorry that we talked about Callie. Wasn't meant to happen.
That's
All right,
hilarious.
Vanessa Schmitz.
Okay.
Schmitz.
All right. Here we go.
All right. These are going to be a little close up first, but then we'll see it.
She does bring in the conditioning. I mean, look
For
at
sure.
that midsection
Yeah.
there.
More conditioning. So we're clicking through, transitioning.
You know
to
when
the
they're
front
peeled, when they're
shot.
not even really like flexing their midsection,
Yeah.
they're kind of like elongating it, and you can still see those lines.
Side shot.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Could be
More
a
Not
glute,
bad.
more
More glute.
Could be a little
Quads
more
are big.
string.
Quads
Yeah.
are very big.
Big quads. Shoulders and arms
Yeah.
are there.
There's a better pose.
Yeah, quads look great.
It's still,
Quads just
yeah.
need
Midsection is
more
crazy.
glute.
That's kind of the
Midsection's
biggest thing,
peeled.
you know?
Delts look
Yeah.
good.
Delts look nice. See, this is where like a tattoo doesn't like bug me.
No,
yeah, no,
not at
it's
all.
not. It's I agree.
Like you can still see the shoulder.
I think her.
Come on.
That's not
That's a
bad.
great
That's
shot.
not
Glutes look
bad,
great
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Glute
that
tie-in
looks
looks
great.
awesome.
Yeah, that looks great there.
Hamstrings,
Very full.
adductors are huge.
Full as shit.
Sweep needs to be bigger for sure at the quad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does need.
Overall,
It looks like
yeah.
she's growing well there, though. Like
Yeah.
adductors, quad
Yeah.
sweep, hamstrings.
upper glute needs it, but man, it's gonna be
Looks like
a couple more years of growing.
that's
that'll
a
be
nice
good.
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice shape, good legs. I'm kind of
I think-
honestly,
I-
this is just my true feedback. I'm kind of surprised she didn't win the overall.
Oh, the other, yeah.
I could look at
I
it
think
side
that-
by side if we want.
Yeah,
No.
I wish we had the side by
That
side.
side glute.
I can see it.
The side glute is
I
lacking, but
disagree. Yeah.
but the conditioning is like
I
perfect.
think the other girl
wellness.
is posing. I think her posing
think
is
she
better
has
on
better
making her waist
shoulders.
is a smaller illusion.
Yeah.
I think the other girl for sure won.
I wonder if we can find comparisons.
Same.
Look
I
at
bet they
those-
would
look at
be,
that
yeah.
shoulder,
The
though, that
comparisons would be
transition.
Okay, that was Vanessa Schmitz though. She looks great, peeled.
Peeled.
Bikini.
Bikini.
Yep. So then we have Jessica Gonzalez.
Yep.
Side. No, that's not the one I want. I want that one. Damn, I was right.
She
Looks
kinda
great.
more
That's a
bikini.
great bikini shape.
This is
Yeah.
bikini.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When we moved on to bikini.
Oh,
You know what?
I was
Zach,
right then.
Zach, you nailed it. Good job. Looks
looks
great.
great.
Shoulders
Yeah,
are fucking capped.
Waist is
fucking
tight. Yeah.
Glute is big. Waist is tight.
Great
delts.
structure, dude.
Great
Conditioning
structure.
is perfect.
Yeah, that is bikini
I would
right
say.
there.
I
Very
mean,
balanced.
Not too shredded either.
Right.
There's a very fine line between that, being peeled and having some
Sorry, let me go back
like
to that one. I want to see that
film.
one. Yeah,
Small
no.
waist.
small
Glute.
waist. Yep.
Small waist, shoulder, confidence.
Some bad bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bikini, you have to be in bikini if you want to be
She's
competitive.
got great glute tie-ins there. Yep.
Yeah. Good glute tie-in.
Could
Good
be a
rear
little
delts.
bit more dominant in the glute, though.
Yeah, it needs more size.
Yeah,
for sure.
overall
Those rear delts
size.
look great.
That's where the glute you can see is a little.
But that structure's there. That shape for bikini
Yeah.
is right
Yep.
there. Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
Good transitions, looks like. Look
Yeah.
at that. I like seeing it when they transition. You can see that glute shape.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like a kind of like a teardrop.
I know what you're saying.
You can see the quad.
It's a great
Look
shot.
at that.
She's
That's
very
really
hard
quad
from the
nice,
side,
yeah.
man.
It's a great shot.
She's pretty
Great-
fucking
great
pure.
pose.
Yeah, I think that's perfect conditioning for bikini. I think
That's what I was saying. I think that
that's
front
right
shot
there.
is perfect conditioning.
I agree with that.
Full. You can tell she's got muscle. Jessica Gonzalez.
Well
Yeah,
done.
hell
fucking
yeah.
sick.
She's she definitely had a really good look.
Danny Smagala.
Smagala?
Smagala.
Holy shit. Peeled.
Damn.
Oh, I remember this girl. She was taller, I think.
She does look pretty tall.
Yeah, she looks tall.
It's a
shredded.
little more.
Shoulders
torso is
capped.
tiny.
Lower
Yeah,
body looks a little.
no
flat.
waist.
That's crazy.
Look at that shot.
Upper part.
Yeah, her upper body's shredded.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Girls girls carry no fat in their back, so when they get shredded, it's so sick because their back just gets
So
I
ran
noticed that with
wrapped.
the rally, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
like Erin. She gets a little lean, and I'm like, "You're back," and then you start seeing it
I
in
noticed
competitors.
Erin will be fucking training at the gym and her back will be fucking
Always peeled.
shredded,
Always
dude.
peeled.
She always has veins in her lats, and I'm like, God,
Yeah, what the fuck?
Great back shot.
yeah, great back shot. Glutes look
More
great.
glutes.
I think they look good.
I
mean, they're symmetrical for her size at the moment.
To go
Obviously,
pro, I'd say,
overall
yeah,
size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
In the pro league, more glutes for sure.
That's
Yeah.
great. That looks
The
fantastic.
tie-ins are awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Her glutes
structurally,
are-
structurally in
so far,
shape. Yeah, yeah.
This is a very competitive bikini class in the
Yeah,
sense
very.
of conditioning. Like, holy shit, they are all conditioned perfectly.
That's that national.
Once
level, man.
again, not too shredded, but still has sick abs.
Fits the criteria
Like,
for
look
the
at those
national
abs; they're sick. Like, imagine walking around like that. I'd be confident as shit.
Mine's covered in fluff.
Yeah, it's my summer. It's my winter body. I'm shedding it.
She looks good.
Danny looked great.
impressive class so far.
Yeah. Once again, we'll move on to the next one. Jody Ekstrom. Not many Jodys out there. Blonde.
Quads look
In
peeled
blue
already.
swimsuit.
Right off the bat. Yeah, she brought the conditioning again here.
Let's get into the actual shot. I thought I clicked on a better one. That's my apologies. Not as shredded as the other girls.
She's not really set.
Yep.
Try to find one where she's more.
I understand, but I'm just saying initial thoughts. You can
Abs
see
are
the abs on
Yeah,
the
She
other
needs
ones.
ab development.
Yeah.
She needs more upper body.
Her
Mostly,
quads
a
are
little
very like conditioned,
Peeled.
but like I personally think if you have that conditioning in that midsection and bikini.
God, I hate all these non-set
more.
photographs.
I
They
know.
have
I
here.
don't like that.
That looks
at all.
good.
That's great. Holy shit.
Yeah. More size.
Yeah.
more. For sure.
She's got some great like.
It's a great looking
Needs
shot.
overall lower body.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Quad
That's great.
sweep.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
I want a better set front shot.
You said earlier we're judging them like they're
No,
in the
no,
pro
no,
league,
no, no,
motherfucker.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
being easy on anybody.
No,
I was fucking critiquing
You
Patrick.
just had your head down and you were like, oh, but
All of it.
that quad looks
Yeah.
crazy though. There.
Yeah.
Quad,
that's-
quad
that's-
is shredded.
that's
Just needs
great.
a
Luke's
little
got a nice
more.
little tie-in on that shot.
Little
Needs
wash
abs.
there.
I don't know if it's me
Yeah.
or not. She kind of looks like she maybe had lost some muscle during prep.
Well,
Yeah.
in her upper
kinda
body a
looks
little
over
bit.
dieted.
Sure.
I don't know if it's over dieted or if she just didn't start from where she needed to be. But hey, she went pro. These are critiques that now she takes
Yeah.
into the pro league.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So, yeah.
it's
Great
an
shots.
overall win. We're just trying to get feedback.
Yeah.
Jody fucking killed it. Like, congratulations, Jody Extra.
Dude, I wanted feedback from a lot of people. Like, not a lot of people, but after I turned pro, it kind of helped.
we should have
know,
called
Nikki
Ian in. We'll
Lagorio.
call Ian in for the next one.
Let's do it. Next
Nikki
one.
Lagorio after Junior Nats or
We should do
something.
Paul
Yeah, let's
too.
do it.
Can we do Paul too?
Yeah,
Dude,
Should do Ian and
you
Paul.
That'd be hilarious.
Dude, can we do
That's a
that?
great shot right there. Those obliques are in.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Now we're
Yeah.
back to some good leanness.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at
Jody
those-
just missed a little bit of the ab
Look at those
shreddness.
fucking delts.
Yeah, her
Jesus.
delts are capped.
Those are crazy. Yeah. Wow. That's a great shot.
Yeah,
She needs more side leg for sure.
yep.
Yeah. She got some delts though.
Yeah, delts are fucking.
Fucking
I wish I had delts
Look at that.
naturally.
Side. Look at that tricep too though.
Tricep
Yeah.
stacked.
If you have a little bit of that tricep, I think that can really help you too, for sure.
Flip the hair.
Yeah.
Her back looks peeled.
Look at that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Traps are huge.
We've been in this pose for 10 minutes.
Oh wow! Holy
There we
shit!
go.
Okay.
That's a great shot.
Yep.
Yep.
Bro.
You could tell she was a little more lean than the other girls because you can see the hamstrings are a little more dug out.
Yeah.
I'd say, honestly, kind of pull back on glutes a little bit and hammer your hamstrings and quads.
Yeah. Because the glutes
Yeah.
are there.
Glutes are dominant for sure.
Bring up her upper body a little bit.
I'm loving
too,
that
even
tricep
out.
shot, Zach. Good
Yeah.
shot.
She's got very
Yes.
well developed shoulders.
Very.
Look at that tricep.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's a horseshoe stack.
You don't see a lot of girls with that.
Look at her fucking obliques.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's peeled.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah. Look at the vein too.
Look at that. Fucking
Nice.
shredded.
It's a great shot.
Great physique.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's a
Look
great
at
shot.
that. That
Great
is
shot.
a great shot.
Nice.
To
Yeah.
be honest,
Very
I
impressive
see-
class.
That's like pushing the
That is an
conditioning.
awesome
I think
shot.
that's
That's
right
like-
there.
that's
If
a
she was a
great
little
bikini
more
look.
peeled, I think that might be too much.
Wait,
That's what I'm saying.
did she get-
Because her hamstrings are dug out. It was
Already
just on
dug
the
out.
You got a
verge.
pro card?
Yeah, I know she did, but I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember where she landed up in the overall.
Probably second or third, I would say.
I would hope she's up
Because
there.
these are just people
That's
that earn their
crazy.
pro card. You're right.
Yeah.
I would. Oh man.
Because she looks close to winning the overall.
Yeah.
You work that shit.
could see her
And so that was
second
Nikki Ligorio. But overall, very competitive show. That was really cool.
That's a
So,
national show. Oh yeah.
You know, if anybody listens that was in the show, you know, congratulations, you guys fucking killed it.
Great turnout.
Any of our listeners, give us some feedback if you want to see more, if you want us to slow down. We're trying to give everybody enough time, but keep it within 30 minutes so we're not overdoing it.
One last thing about wellness. There was a girl in Chicago that competed at this show.
Yeah.
Connie Rollman on Instagram. She's 18 years old. She got second in her first national show ever for her class. Yeah, but that was actually a pretty good showing for first one. But for an overall, like, it's gonna be cool to see for the further, like, the national shows down the road this year. It's cool to see after the first one, people knock the rust off,
Right.
and start presenting much different packages if they keep doing national shows, like if they're right there. That's always exciting to see happen after junior USAs, because I bet some of these people that may not have gone pro at this show, they'll probably pop up down later this season.
Yeah.
You know, we might cover Universe and be like, oh shit. I'd be like, oh, this guy was at junior.
We could make
USA.
those improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
videos
going to see a
too.
bunch more of these.
So I bet a lot of these names, well, not these names because these are pros now, but a lot of the names that were competing at this early show, knocking the rust off, I don't doubt we'll see them turn pro and cover them eventually this season.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great.
Man.
Well, awesome. Then final thoughts, Zach. What do you got?
It was a great show. I hope the people that are listening can kind of really get some perspective on what it really takes to bring to these type of shows.
Right.
It's not easy. You can't just win an overall at a local show and expect to hang with these people. Like, it's different.
There's some hitters in that fucking show.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do it, really be honest with yourself about it.
Look at these photos. Yeah.
Look at the photos. Even look at some videos. I know there's some on YouTube. But really, have that perspective if you can do that or not, for real.
100%.
That's a big thing. This is just NPC News Online. You can look at fucking national winners.
Look at what you're working against. Look at
Boys,
what
Put your check-in photos side by side.
I brought that up on the podcast last year while I was in prep.
Right.
I remember because there was a clip made out of it. And I was like, sometimes I tell people, hey, that if they kind of are itching at going into a prep and they're bringing it up to me, I'm like, hey, this is the person that you would have been competing against last year.
Right.
They turned pro.
Yeah.
That's what
I tell
did.
them, hey, can you, I want you to send me a comparison of both, your check-ins right now compared to them.
I did that a bunch, though. When I was prepping for my show, I was checking NPC News Online all the time.
Yeah.
I kind of became obsessed with it because I was just like, I wanted to see what everybody looked like.
I started doing it, yeah.
You're kind of comparing yourself. You're trying to find ways that you might be able to win it, but you're like, I also know that these guys are huge. But anyways,
Let's do
I think
honest, though.
let's keep final thoughts rolling. Nick, final thoughts?
Oh, dude, final thoughts. I'm glad first show of the season knocked some rust off me. I know the improvements that I'm going to go into junior nats with, which I'm very excited about because, first show, it was a lot of it was data collection. The last show was all the way back in December, was the last prep of 2024 for somebody. So I felt really good coming out of this show, even though Tariq didn't go pro, but knowing what I want to change in the 2 weeks between Universe and Junior Nats is a good feeling going into.
Right.
He's feeling it. He's dropped 4 pounds in 2 days.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Overall, really good. I'm happy to be more comfortable in my house now with moving in. Shout out Kevin. I have a natural guy competing in WNBF this weekend.
Yeah, good luck.
And then back at Chattanooga next weekend.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let's keep it moving. That's awesome. Lance.
No, great pod. I loved this. This was awesome. I'm excited to continue to do this. That was a blast.
Yeah. No. Give us feedback. If you didn't like it or we need us to change it a little bit, we want to keep doing this.
Yes.
So this was really fun. But congratulations, all overall winners.
Oh, shout out to David.
David Protein on
Fucking
Instagram.
unreal.
Fucking go purchase some of these David bars. They are fucking
So
sick.
good. Blueberry
Yeah.
cobbler.
They are at Vitamin Shop if you want to just go try some flavors out first. So go to Vitamin Shop, support them. Code D2 with the Bash Mouth. Like, follow, subscribe, support the podcast. We're growing rapidly. We're going to start planning the next guest.
Yes.
So we'll start talking about who that might be. So stay tuned there. It might even be one of these guys. We'll see. And get outside and enjoy the weather. We'll catch you next week. This has been the D2 Podcast.